Nice.
Welcome to the nature of social media today.
Hell yeah. I approve.
Yeah.
I approve
of
that
which part? Be very clear.
the rap music. I approve of people following their dreams unless their dreams are
Related to touching kids?
the Forbidden 5.
The forbidden fruit.
I guess Forbidden 6. There's probably 6 of them now.
6 things that you can't do if you're
Yeah.
dreaming. Eradicated Jews is one on there.
Okay, so there's probably 7 then.
The upsetting part is that you already got fucking 5 of them queued up in your head. What else is on there?
Oh, well, I mean, as, praise his magic, King Cobra says, you fuck rape.
Yeah?
No underage. They gotta be of age.
Yeah?
They gotta be consenting. So that's
Okay.
of
Already
age
3.
consenting.
I mean, 2 of those are kind of the same.
No family.
2 of those are kind of the same, though.
No family.
Yeah.
But it has been stated that third cousins are.
Oh, that's the cutoff?
That's the cutoff.
Okay, that's good to know.
That's the cutoff.
You got to remove them 3 times.
Of age, consenting, no family.
Yeah.
And then what is it? No dead people.
No, okay.
No dead people.
I mean, so far these tenets, I mean, these are words to live by. These are words of wisdom.
Oh yeah, and no animals. So there's that as well.
For sure.
So yeah, there's at least the
I'm
Forbidden
fine.
5.
I'm fine with any of those on that list not being okay.
And as they should be,
Yeah. Well, good.
Yeah,
I'm glad we came to this consensus as a family.
Yeah, well,
A family who does not fuck each other. For sure.
Unless times are tough and your third cousin's
Yeah.
staying and they're a consenting adult who is alive and not an animal.
Like you were stuck in quarantine in the midst of a family reunion. Like the lockdown happens the second everybody gets into the fucking hall and, all right, well, I mean, I got to get it somewhere.
I mean, that had to have been a genre of pornography
Come here.
that really erupted.
Myrtle. Oh, we're stuck in a room together?
Myrtle.
Oh, gee, lockdown. Yeah. Well, she's old in this.
Yeah.
In this imaginary scenario I've concocted.
What fucking, yeah. Ew, Jay.
Well,
Ew.
I just needed somebody to clean the bats out of my plumbing.
Grandma.
Grandma.
Third cousin grandma, twice removed.
I just got a tattoo from a lady who, first of all, knows you, but
No.
on top of that, told me a story about how her mom would walk around the house just like ass naked.
I see.
And she was a heavier lady as well.
Oh my.
So that's like a double whammy in your house at all times.
What, knowing who I am, but then also having your ass naked mom? What?
All right, triple whammy. It's 3 whammies. It's a lot.
Triple Jeopardy. You're playing with house dollars here.
It's lupus. I put $500 on lupus.
Oh boy.
If you're playing with house.
Oh yeah, well. Oh, I put the cane on it. He bets his cane.
Damn it. His cane. How will he walk away with his winnings?
Exactly. That's how you know he means business. He's definitely gonna win because
Yeah, cane.
he's.
I'm taking. I bet my mobility.
Without this, it's gonna be sad. You're gonna take my money and my cane.
I bet the ability for me to walk through doors unaided.
Fucking house. I've never seen an episode.
What are you doing?
Watching
What have you
Scrubs,
done?
The Funny House.
No.
I'm watching
no.
Funny House. I'm watching.
First of all-
watching Humor House.
First of all, House is Humor House because he's just funny.
Oh,
First
yeah,
of
is he?
all. Yeah, that's number 1. Number 2, fuck Scrubs.
Nah, Scrubs is good.
No.
Don't like yeah, later Scrubs. Fuck later Scrubs. But
If there's one thing, okay, I'm very vocal about the fact that I hate narration in my TV shows.
You're saying Dr. House isn't like, and then it wasn't lupus, and that was the end of the episode.
Well, yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. However, what's worse, inconceivably, is having a thought bubble where a cutscene plays. That fucking sucks.
I like it.
No.
I like it.
I don't just cut away. Just cut away. Arrested Development managed to do that.
I'd cut toward. How about that?
You could also cut toward, but you have to cut away first so that you're
cut
far.
toward the humor.
Yeah. Cut toward the humor, indeed, is what Scrubs should do.
No, well, yeah, and they do impeccably with the best timing every single time. Name one unfunny scrub.
Any scrub that Zach Braff is in is not funny anymore. He puts it on and it changes. It's like Cinderella.
So you love the older or the newer? You like the newer scrubs?
I don't like a scrub.
I don't think he's in the new ones.
I don't want no scrubs, Matt.
Fuck.
That's a guy that can't get no love from me.
Sorry, Zach.
You know, the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me like that.
Sorry, Turk. I don't know your
Turk.
Your real God-given name.
Is that the black guy? I can tell by your face that it is. You made the it's black guy face. I'm genetically conditioned to recognize that face.
Fuck, I thought I just had a regular face. I gotta get a better poker face.
Yeah. Welcome to Grino's Movie Club, everybody, where black people are just funny by default.
Not playing cards with anybody here.
Mm-mm.
Shit.
We're playing with a house of cards, and it's toppling.
Oh boy, not that show, because also...
Yeah. Now, that's a show that I haven't seen that is
good.
Has the word house in the title.
Oh, yeah. And
if you were to pick a show with house in the title, I would watch House and not House of Cards.
Oh, yeah, because you don't want to see Kevin Spacey doing anything.
Well, no, because
you
now...
you know what he's done.
Well, it's been tempered in the fires of what were you doing when I wasn't looking?
Well, I was being gay and... right, that was
that part's not the bad part. He could be gay all day.
But didn't he try
all
to do that?
All the livelong day.
Well, I'm sorry I was being gay.
He did try to do... What's the implication there, Kev? That you're all like that? Because I don't think... I got a couple people I could call up that I'd be like, I never touched a kid, and I fuck butts all the time.
It seems like, yeah, Kevin Spacey. I mean, we should probably get our facts straight before saying, I don't know.
You missed the mark on that one there.
Yeah, Kevin Spacey.
Yeah.
K-Pax was okay, but after that, I don't really know what to think of you.
Also, with the exception of the improv scene, Usual Suspects, overrated.
Ooh.
The whole twist of the movie is that he can walk regular.
Oh,
that's the whole twist.
Is that the thing at the end where it's like he's like limping and then all of a sudden he's walking fine?
The thing they make fun of in Scary Movie.
Scary Movie.
Oh shit! I just spoiled The Usual Suspects for you all day, and that's fine.
My God.
Kaiser Soze is Kevin Spacey. If you have a brain in your fucking skull when you put that movie on, and there's a ton of regular criminals, and there's just one guy who shouldn't be there, who's super meek, you point at the screen and you go, "That one, that one's Griffin. The one." You fuck. You didn't even try to hide that.
Well, fuck that movie.
GrinosMovie.club for more of this. DarkRoseCult.com as well.
For more of this.
For more of this and then some other stuff that tastes better.
Yeah. The one is just more directly going to the thing that you want. That's right. The other you have to click around, which is fine with me
There's cool stuff to look at if you do click around.
Click around, I dare you.
I fucking dare you. Maybe there's treasure.
Find something you don't want.
There's a geocache on the website.
There is, yeah. You have to really click, though.
It's in the shape of a coffee can.
It's in the shape of a white link on a white background, so good luck, everybody.
You just gotta wait for that little pointer to turn to an actual pointer.
And it will.
Yeah.
If you
did it right?
Sure, yeah.
For 100%, I'm not lying.
Here, I'll give you a clue. If you don't want a clue, plug your ears for a second.
Yeah, all right, Steve. Give me that clue.
Top left.
Oh, shit.
Bottom right.
Oh.
Think about it.
Well. He's doing the meme where it's the black dude pointing to his head like, smart thoughts. Yeah.
I don't know if
it looks like it's getting picked up. It looks like it.
Good. That was as hard as I could do it.
I'm doing it as hard as I've ever done it before.
That was as hard as I could do it without hearing a vibration in my skull.
So what fucking thanks, Andrew, for the intro song.
Yeah, thanks, Andrew.
What fucking movie did we do this week?
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh, man. What movie didn't we do? Well, we played the entire video game series From Within. That was a lot of fun. It took a long time for us to do. It took actually weeks. It's a great game.
Are you referring to The Evil Within?
Sure.
Oh. But we did From Within this week.
We sure did.
I based on your tone of voice, I think I have a more positive opinion about this than you did.
Well, look, my opinion of this movie soured immediately the second I hit play.
Because the movie starts with a guy reading from a book in a language that you don't know what it is at all, and it doesn't exist in Bam Margera's language.
I really wish you weren't spot on with that.
It was like, okay, you're reading this fucking book on a hill.
Yeah,
nice. This is a good picnic. It's evening.
close movie immediately, look for subtitle file.
Yep.
See none, get angry.
That's 100% right.
Almost go to bed,
You
and
know,
then
I'll
go,
tell ya.
let me just check to see if maybe it's not all German.
Yeah.
It ain't. All right, we'll continue watching.
That's great. I just downloaded a subtitle file
Let's see.
with my computer.
Well, yeah, I was going to do that, but I was like, fuck, I'm just going to go to bed. I'll wake up early. So I wrote, Saturday. 2 Germans speaking German next to some river. Love not having a clue or a subtitle. They kiss. Both of them look like they love emotional music.
Oh, yeah.
They speak English.
Yeah, oh, surprise. Turns out they speak English. Yeah. I like when...
It's a roller coaster of emotions there.
I like... Oh, the movie starts with somebody fucking blowing their brains out, okay? So that's a good start.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
I really enjoy the way that the conversation went. Where he whips a gun out, and then his girlfriend that he's on this hill with is like, what do you have that for? I don't like guns. And he goes, well, you're not going to like this then. Bang!
Oh, my God, does he ever.
No, you're not going to like it. She disliked it so much she ran away.
So, all right. So this conversation they're having after he reads from this fucking...
This old tome.
A tome, thank you. It's a tome. It's a tome. It's what a tome
Skyrim tome that you found on a dusty shelf.
It's a black book with dirty old pages. It's a tome.
Yeah, it's a death note.
It's a tome. And they're like, so what she says, are you sure you want to do this?
Well, I brought the gun.
Yeah. And then he pulls out a gun and she's like, well, what the fuck is...
What were we here for, did you think?
Yeah, well, what the fuck? If it's not this, then what was it?
What did you expect? I was going to kill myself quietly in a corner while you weren't looking?
Yeah, when she's like, well, I got to do something first, and he pulls out a gun. And,
I'm going to traumatize you for life.
So if you're doing this before the other thing, what was the other thing? Because he's fucking dead.
Maybe it was like banging in public on the hill.
That's what it seemed like, but he's like, well, first of all, let me hollow out my skull.
Yeah, so you got something to put it in.
For sex.
Yeah.
I'll make a nice mouth sex hole. I wrote that mouth is seeing a lot of action because they kiss right before that.
They do lovingly kiss.
They do. They smooch on the mouth, and then he fucking smooches. He
smooches God.
It's the last smooch.
It's the final smooch. Friday the 13th, part 18.
Christ.
Yeah, and I thought, so when I watched the trailer, because it's just clips, I thought this was the kid from Nightmare on Elm Street, the shitty remake that sucks.
Oh.
Because they kind of look similar. And then his brother later on in the movie is in an episode of House.
Oh.
What a coincidence.
Are you sure that his brother isn't just him?
They look exactly the same.
They swished his hair in another direction?
Yeah, they dyed it different.
The only person of recognition in this film is Adam Goldberg, and I thought that he was in Inglourious Bastards, and he just isn't. So I don't know what I know him from. He's just in a lot of things as a guy.
You know him from, and this makes sense, but Saving Private Ryan.
Never seen it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, no, I pictured him as like the Bear Jew.
Well, they do look similar.
They do. He's got the look.
Bit, yeah. A lot of Jewish actors look very similar in different ways.
Well, I don't.
I'm
not gonna. I mean,
I don't even mean like fit.
You certainly do mean
super racist stereotype of a Jewish person in looks. I mean, like Adam Goldberg and Eli Roth do look a bit similar.
They are identical. They have exactly the same Italian-looking face.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah, they do.
I don't know if it's Italian, but like. I'm pretty sure Eli Roth.
Might as well.
Eli Roth is in Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah, he is.
So.
Well, he's a Jewish bear.
Oh, he's the Bear Jew.
Yeah.
Oh, so what I'm saying.
Exactly what you're saying.
That's why I thought he was the Bear Jew.
You could very well have pictured the Bear Jew, and nothing would have been lost in this film.
So yeah, if you're wondering who he is, we just solved that issue for you.
Yeah, sure did. I like the last time there was a movie where the opening credits were just townsfolk was The Crazies.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the kind of opening credit scene where you're not 100% sure the people being filmed consented. Like you're just shooting neighbors on their fucking porch.
Oh my God.
Like they're not even cognizant of the camera half the time.
Oh fuck. I wrote shots of one horse town, bumble scum, butt fuck nowhere.
100% that.
Probably there's like a football thing. It's like their football thing is the Warriors, and it's probably the only school.
Yep.
And the song is like a bajork.
A Bjork?
A Bjork song.
Oh, shit.
I'm pretty sure it's like, why are you doing this to me?
All the music in this fucking movie sucks, all right, guys?
It's just like old people using their mobility scooters.
Yeah.
And then if you didn't get that this was a small town by the first 5 minutes of this montage, how about these obese porch people? Now that's a small town.
Obese porch people. Shit.
They're not even looking at the camera, so
Yeah.
I feel like they were just like, somebody's filming something.
And they're like...
And then somebody's like, well, let me get this on film.
I hope they shot on... Look, they're so old that this could be the first time they've seen a camera. If this is a small town, it's just, and they're just like watching, like they're watching the only black people roll into town. Is what they look like when they're standing on the porch staring.
Do you have a 2 sentences or less for this?
Don't, when you fuck with the witches, you get burned in some ditches.
That's a good one.
I just came up with that. That was off top.
Well, I got because From Within is just a bunch of crackers. It's dry. Seems like something a church might shove down your throat. And I'll tell you, not a single black person in this film.
That's
Not one. Not a. Did you mention it? That's what reminded me of my 2 sentences. Not one.
There isn't.
I wrote that in the first 15 minutes of watching it.
So
I knew.
we're in an extremely tightly knit Christian community. I would go so far as to say, honestly, Mormon. Because when you see Dylan the first time, he's dressed and his hair is slicked back like a Mormon pastor's son. And I guessed it before they even say it in the movie. I was like, that's a pastor's son, isn't it?
Look at him.
Wrote it right down. And yup, sure is.
He's like the ultra pastor. He evolves.
And the reason why there's no black people in this town is they have one mega church. You know it's a mega church because
there's a mega screen.
Yeah, and it's just his face on it all the time. It's just fucking daddy pastor's face and nothing else. And it's the kind of church where people stand up and speak in tongues when they're like 9 years old. Like Jesus Camp. Remember that fucking documentary?
I think I did watch that, actually.
It's like, I'm a warrior for God, and then he's like, it's like a 12-year-old kid with a rat tail dicking around with a kendo stick. Sick. When the rapture comes, you're first. Anyway, there's no fucking, there's no black people in this town because they don't do gospel at this one church.
Yeah, no,
right?
This is a very much like a shouty.
Yeah.
If God's watching, God sees every single one of your comes.
Every single one of them.
When you have an O-face, God is 1 inch away going, that's a terrible O-face.
You haven't left room for Jesus between the two of you.
I can tell by the way you're coming.
2 feet for Jesus? Was that the rule, I think? At the high school dance?
Yardsticks or something?
Yardstick, yeah. The fucking... They don't... So there's 2 prominent religions in this movie that it's entirely hinged on, all right? And they're not going to say them by name... But it's Christianity and Wiccanism. That's what they are.
Hell, it could literally be anything that isn't Christian. They just don't
honestly,
understand it. And
you're right.
They're just like, something else.
Oh, this is not godly because you pray by the river instead of in a chair.
Something really cool about this little town that they're in.
Yeah.
To offset the uncool fact that we discovered about this town.
Yeah.
Is that there is a cool well, there's no time, right? Because when this boy blows his brains out,
right,
it's dark.
It's dusk.
Dusk?
So,
Are we sure it's not dawn? Because it could be either.
It honestly, it could be. I think dusk is a more appropriate time to splatter your brains all over your girlfriend, though.
So that would mean that she waited an entire evening before running through the middle of the town screaming covered in blood?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, okay, good. Because it's definitely daytime.
No, it is. It's the kind of daytime where it has been for a minute.
Yeah,
because the shops are open.
Shops are open and people are smoking in the store.
Beautiful. Small town shit. You love it. What's the time period of this movie, okay? Because there's not a fucking cell phone in sight.
There's not a cell phone in sight.
And yet Moriarty from Sherlock Holmes is dressed like a fucking hipster today.
Is that pork pie hat? Because I called him pork pie hat.
You might as well.
When he takes his pork pie hat off, I did not recognize him.
Like the black dude, the barbershop quartet outside of the barbershop wears these hats.
Yeah, he looks like Woody Harrelson just anytime. That's just Woody Harrelson's anytime outfit.
Yeah, anytime he goes outside.
Can't leave without the pork pie hat or people aren't gonna know.
And fucking, so that's how we get introduced to people whose names don't matter because they die almost right away. But here's Bernard, and he's British. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
all right. That's because I heard that name later in the movie, and I was just like, well, that's just a name. Did we even meet that character?
The a little girl that gets mirrored from Mirrors calls him Uncle Bernie when she finds him.
Right.
So I had to look all these names up because there's fucking 9 names to remember in this movie.
I don't think I named a single. I wrote niece, blonde.
Yeah.
Lindsay.
So
Mom?
yep, you got the main character. It's all that matters.
Aiden.
And,
Dylan.
You got the 3 main characters.
I never spelled Dylan
Congratulations
right
and kudos.
once.
Wow, fucking! I never spelled Aiden right once. Is it an A or an E?
Both.
Yeah, always both.
Because it's that would be the emo way to spell it.
In this scene, we have Lindsay and fucking Trish, which is I don't know if it's like her stepmom or what.
Can somebody explain that to me, please?
Their familial relationship whatsoever.
So
neither of these 2 adults are this girl's parents.
yeah, and we'll take you on that journey as
it
clues
becomes
are
more and more confusing
as breadcrumbs are laid out.
Yeah,
you will become just as pissed off as we are.
As
I am. I know Jay loved this fucking movie.
So one of the reasons is because of shit like this. The timing of this line, okay? Because this guy runs like a fucking trading post where you can buy clothes and antiques and vinyl records probably.
It's
and
a thrift store.
He dresses as if all of this is from his personal collection. And so Lindsay's trying on clothes and some comment about fucking dirtying them up or something. And then Bernard goes, well, you should see what Natalie does to her clothes.
Oh my God, yeah, he
get her fucking boyfriend's brain matter all over them. That's what she does to her clothes.
Cuts off the bottoms and it spatters guts all over them. Just raw dog guts.
I wrote, for once, Natalie is getting brain instead of giving it.
That's what she was like, oh, you want to do this?
You want to
get your dick sucked
by
the river?
On this hill? At
This
the,
is
at
where
the
your
crack
mommy-
of dawn?
Your mom used to pray here, and now I'm going to suck your dick. Yeah, so he brings out, because she's just like, all these dresses suck, and they're like, well, you got to wear something for church that doesn't show off your
fucking budding hooters. Your nubile peckish tits. And brand new hairs. She's very young is my point in this movie. It's a very young girl that gets put in some very adult situations. Oh my god. Oh my god. You tell me I'm wrong though. You tell me I didn't ace that.
It's not right.
And the fucking way that Trish talks to her throughout the movie, she might as well have just said that. Trish talks to her fucking whatever stepdaughter, her charge, like she's fucking trying to punish her vicariously through God for fucking.
She sure is.
Holy fuck.
Oh yeah, so she's like, yeah, cover them tits, eh? Fuck. And he brings over, yeah, here's some fucking shit that's supposed to be good to wear.
Yeah.
And he like says like, yeah, it's supposed to be like the new fashion. And
Church is about modesty.
he like looks at his
and
mom.
doilies.
Her mom, as if he's like doing her a favor by being like, yeah, get this one.
Get this one and shut this, yeah.
Yeah, he cannot wait to be like, yeah, my daughter Natalie, well, she dyes everything black like a stupid bitch.
Yeah, my goth fucking daughter who doesn't fit in.
Oh my god. And the whole time she's like, guys, come on, people can dress the way they want to.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, not my daughter. It's about showing respect for the Lord.
On his day.
You know how the Bible is very much it says don't.
Yeah. The Bible has so many fucking
pages.
There's so many don'ts in the Bible.
So many pages, so few do's.
The Bible's a real buzzkill.
Really?
You can't even eat an apple.
Nah. You can't bring your son to a rock and just kill him there for the eyes of God to see?
Well,
without it being a big joke?
Yeah, it's a whole thing. I gotta set a bush on fire in front of you for that.
Jeez.
Like a Chris Angel magic trick.
Oh, fuck.
You know, every time Chris Angel does a card trick, I want to kill my son.
And then that's why. That's why his show got canceled, by the way. It's not because he ran out of illusions that he can do on camera. It's because of that.
He got to the last page of the book. He's like, well, now what?
Page 15 of my very first magics.
Fisher Price, my first magic.
All the magic you can do on a wire. I went up. I went sideways.
Yeah.
I went on top of the pyramid. What?
You know, glass is visible underwater. We could just stand on that.
I would say like the one thing left is to get for him to like put a bullet in his mouth, but he did that and they just weren't allowed to show it.
Oh.
I don't think.
Fucking Penn and Teller do the bullet catch to this day.
He caught it in his mouth.
Yeah. That's what Teller does.
Oh yeah, but like I feel like A&E was like, whoa, it's 2001. They just hit the second tower, buddy. Let's take a step back.
I learned a fun fact. Right after 9/11, a bunch of songs got banned from radio play.
Hell yeah, they did.
On the list, Free Fallin'.
Oh, but that's such a good one.
Big Old Jet Airliner.
Well, that one, all right.
Benny and the Jets.
Oh.
Any mention of airplanes are falling from a great height.
How about Rocket Man? We're doing Rocket Man?
Only the Good Die Young was another one.
Well,
Probably Rocket Man,
that's
honestly.
But you know, fucking, is it Keep Rolling? That one's fine.
Yeah, it is. Well, they didn't hit the towers with a rock.
But I mean, did they not film the music video on top?
Oh no, that was in L.A. That was the GTA tower.
Oh,
with the helicopter pad at the end.
No, that's the.
Was it really?
Yeah.
There's no fucking way that's true.
Google it.
Oh my god.
He's gonna Google it right now. There was the first and only band because like, the next day.
Okay.
Next day.
Progress the plot of this film while I look this up.
All right.
For posterity.
So we're just like bitching about Natalie and the fact that she just can't not
burst through doors panicked.
Oh yeah. We're cutting back and forth between like, you guys stop judging her for being different and her being covered in blood and just completely different from everybody.
Yeah, well that is different and we're sick of it. She fucking burst in like Carrie. From Carrie.
if you were wondering which Carrie, not the one from Sex and the City.
And
covered
then
in menstrual blood.
She goes to the back and she's all terrified of something that only she can see, which is probably the ghost of her fucking dead boyfriend who just blew his head off.
And right away I'm just like, It Follows. All right, we've all seen it, but
literally I wrote It Follows vibes. Well, good.
This came out before?
It sure did.
So I just stopped saying that because it just simply isn't true.
It also it came out. There's another movie that it's very much like.
It sure is.
That I think it came out after, but so there's a ghost by the window, so let's fucking try to peep in on her like it's a bathroom window.
Yeah, and so if you're wondering about the ghost, anytime there's a ghost, there's whispers, and that's how you know that there's ghost stuff happening.
If you have the subtitles, the whispers are subtitled.
Oh, and what do they say?
Things like "come to me," and "you," like hand banana.
You like hand banana?
Like hand banana would say.
Oh, fuck.
Tonight, you.
I see. I thought
I want my name to be Spaghetti.
He's quoting Aqua Teen, and I thought the movie just had hand bananas. I was like, what the fuck?
I quoted Aqua Teen a couple times while I was watching this movie later on when they form a fucking lynch mob.
Don't say lynch.
Because
Don't say
of
lynch
how
mob.
unchristian some people in the town are.
Yeah.
Come on over and visit my big ankle, and I'm going to kick your ass with such force that it'll open a time rift where Jesus lives.
They would love that, though. They'd be like, there he is.
Yes, that would be their favorite thing. Thanks for opening the time rift.
This is all it took was violence. The one thing Jesus was like, hey, guys, stop doing.
It turns out when you get... So just to run it down briefly, because it happens over and over. The way that you get possessed, like It Follows, is by finding the corpse of someone who was recently possessed. You got to be the first one to lay eyes on that corpse. As it turns out, you don't even have to be near it. You just have to look at the dead body.
Yeah, hell.
So keep your eyes to your fucking self.
If they had cell phones, it might even be like a FaceTime deal.
Yeah. Or like, it would be like Pulse. Where it's just that you got a signal? Well, it's ghosts. White noise.
Ring, ring, it's AT and Boo. Or Boo TNT. Whatever one you like more. I don't care.
Boo TNT, dude. Fuck. Boost Mobile.
Oh,
it was right there.
Shit.
It was right there.
How about Fi Do? or I don't know other
Fucking
phones. I don't.
Spirit?
Oh yeah, oh
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure there's the
Or
phone company called Spirit. There's at least an airline.
Sprint away from ghosts.
Yes, dude. Tell us all about the ghosts. Oh, dude, Budo.
Oh, there you go.
This is the worst. This is the worst thing.
Roger us a good ghost story. I just made that verb right up.
Ghost bell.
Oh, yes, for whom the ghost bell tolls. I cannot legitimately think of any more.
Oh my god. Well, we covered the big four.
Yeah, we sure did.
Freedom from Ghosts Mobile. Fuck.
Oh, shit.
Just the worst.
Fucking Christ.
Uh,
so there's whispers and shit.
The other rule about these ghosts and being possessed by them is that you can't be left alone for 5 seconds because a door shuts and the next thing you know, you're throating scissors.
Yeah, apparently all it takes is Aiden being like, hey, look, don't. It's gonna, just don't, all right?
Yeah.
It's gonna, but don't. So all these people had to do was just not.
It'd be like, no, ghost.
And
down, sit.
If they had just put essential oils on their Father, their Son, and their Holy Ghost.
Yeah,
they
little
would've
did
been
we
fine.
know. Little did we know Aiden's a homeopath.
He's an apothecary.
Look, you're sick. Put onion shavings in your socks overnight. It pulls the blood down to your feet, and that's how poisons get out of you. It's better than a vaccine.
You're sick? Sit on the toilet.
Sit on the fucking toilet where you belong.
Why aren't you on the toilet?
There's a reason we call it a throne. You're gonna feel like a king after.
There's a reason why we call it a toilet. It's because shit goes in there.
The first thing I noticed is that everybody in this movie acts like shit. You
Yup.
you throw those doors open, okay? Moriarty busts that door down and sees his dead daughter, and he's the only one in the scene who acts like there's a daughter that's dead. Everybody just stands around confused. Like Lindsay and Trish just stand there and look puzzled.
Oh, you mean she wasn't dead already? I thought
she was dead this whole time. I thought
that's how she looked when she came in.
Yeah, that's weird.
I enjoyed when Cassette, she's like, go get my dad to go look outside to see if to see if she's still following me or whatever.
Yeah.
So
it's already been established that nobody can see what's following you except for you.
Lindsay steps out, the doors slam behind her, and fucking the dad's like, "What did you do?" And he's just, it takes him so long to just blast those doors open, like they're your doors, man.
And also for the fact that he throws one solid punch and he busts a hole. So it's like, were you even trying before that punch?
Those doors are made of press board.
And then if you're in an old thrift store with the ricketiest hardwood floors like Heroes probably.
Oh, likely.
So the door latch is like it's fucking probably like the oldest. You probably blow it open.
Why even have the door?
If
your daughter's gonna kill herself anytime you close it.
Fuck, you got to keep an eye on her.
But yeah, so we get in there and she's been organizing the desk, I would say. She found a spot for the scissors.
Yeah. In the holder. In the throat holder.
In the jugular holder.
Yeah.
Wide gauge on that one. Holds a lot of scissors.
They go right in her fucking neck is what we're trying to say.
Yep. And I gotta tell you, there's blood all over the place. People are just like looking at this guy sobbing over his dead daughter, and then like he has a stroke. He suffers from the signs of a stroke. And
that's right.
Let's say nothing.
Nobody calls attention to the fact that he had a small complex seizure.
Hey, pork pie. What was?
Are you fucking
what was the
epileptic?
neck spasm.
Jeez, Louise.
Did you run out of tears? Were you reloading the?
Yeah. He was making more in his neck.
What we're saying is this: when you get possessed, it's not
the best.
Oh my god. It's also not like a secret. Nobody.
Yeah.
They're not. The ghost isn't sneaking in the back door.
When you get possessed, you come shiver.
You basically nut.
That's the ectoplasm going in.
It's a ghost nut.
So we cut from this, and I wrote here. It's cool when you kill yourself and your friends reminisce under Makeout Bridge about how fucking psycho you were, and then body shame your wardrobe.
Yep, that does happen. In between that,
And also drink underage while they're doing it. That's the other cool thing that happens under the bridge.
I love
Makeout Point here.
the under the bridge is great.
Makeout Divot, we call it.
Before that happens, we get Aiden being like, "Hey, did she kill herself?" And the cop's like, "Go home.
Who even are you?
If we find out anything more about your brother, we'll call you."
Fuck. This isn't even related yet.
Is anybody investigating the brother at all?
No.
Because it seems like they were just like, another one, huh? Well, let's get the one other cop. There's one fucking cop.
There is only one cop who does anything.
There's
And
one.
he barely does any. He stands around and looks sternly.
He sure does. Down the barrel of a shotgun later.
The best, yeah. Oh, greatest end credit sequence.
Oh, yeah.
This end credit sequence is as good as the Ginger Snaps opening sequence.
Hell yeah.
What's
with this morbid goth kid? He's always got to ask these questions.
I immediately, okay, have you ever seen The Covenant?
No.
Okay. Extreme badass teens who are brooding are always...
Brooding.
Yeah. And then, so, fucking Aiden poking his goddamn nose where it doesn't belong, because why are you even asking about this?
Go warn your brother, Aiden. What are you doing?
Yeah. Fucking this bridge conversation, this is Trish, and these two are best friends. You know how best friends get you to commit petty crime? Like drinking underage?
Trish is
and
the
then
mom.
driving a car?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Fucking,
Yeah, you're right. Claire is the fucking
Yeah.
friend. Okay, see? It's blonde women. I just get them mixed up.
This friend is so disrespectful.
Yeah. Oh, she was fucked in the head. This fucking retard you were friends with? No wonder she's dead.
Dressed in leather like a dominatrix in training. Oh, yeah, and then she's like, Trisha's probably gonna make me feel like this is my fault. Yeah, well, she's not your real mom, so you don't have to listen.
Okay.
Then who the fuck is she?
Hey, here's a couple more questions. Where's your parents? What are you, Bruce Wayne? Where are either of your parents? Because it's not, Moriarty's not your dad, all right? And fucking Trish ain't your mom. Where'd you come from?
Where did you get this single beer?
Where
This single thing that I'm guessing it's a beer by the way she like tries to get her to drink it and she's like, nah, I don't want that. It's best conversation I think in the whole film.
So good.
It's
Really, like the dialogue that doesn't come from adults is all garbage.
Oh yeah.
Holy fuck.
She's fucking crazy. No wonder she put scissors in her fucking neck, dressed in leather.
Yeah.
Yeah, drink. You could drink a beer though. It's not a sin. Jesus was drinking wine any chance he got.
Go
I'm
ahead
12.
Go ahead and drown your grief
Here,
at age 16.
In this single beer.
In this one beer I
Have
brought
this-
for both of
this
us.
one beer.
Holy fuck.
And she's like, nah. What does she say? Something like it's easy to say no when you live with an alcoholic. Cut to her mom sticking her fat drunk head through the door.
Yeah, and so like I was So I was confused as to which one was supposed to be like the alcoholic you live with, because right after that we cut back to fucking Moriarty just drinking scotch by himself in the dark.
Yeah.
So is it just every adult in town is one?
Pretty much. Pretty fucking much.
Because I know Roy is.
Fucking Roy.
Dude, Roy. All right.
Roy.
This is the fucking worst guy. Every Roy is the worst. The Office and this.
So yeah, fucking cut to her mom just being like, Dylan's downstairs.
Yeah, fucking.
What?
She blows that door open like she's trying to catch her jilling off. What are you doing in here? All right, well, Dylan's downstairs.
Fucking
Since your hands weren't in your pants.
her alcohol breath basically peels the paint.
She throws open the door like there's more alcohol behind it.
It's just, she's trying to catch her drinking so that she can have more drinks.
Yeah.
She has somebody to at least drink with.
Dylan, the Mormon,
Let's fucking meet Dylan.
AKA fucking Joseph Smith in the flesh, just
Oh
sitting
my God.
sitting in the kitchen with sage advice about God.
Oh
Yeah,
my Jesus.
I know your friend's dead, but here's the thing. The Lord works in mysterious ways. Now kiss my face.
Yeah, blah blah blah.
I brought you
Sure
this. I
stuff.
brought you this angel trinket that I stole from church.
And then he's like, oh, you really know what to say? And he's like, yeah, my dad's the pastor, so it's in my blood.
It's in my blood to know how to spin anything into a thing that makes you listen to me.
We've been groomers since we came to America.
Fuck's sake.
Dylan Groomer.
You just got to come to church more so I can stare at you because you don't dress in a way that covers your tits up.
I need you to cover those tits. I'm Dylan.
I am Dylan.
Fucking Dylan.
I really like when shop owners are in the midst of turning off store lights and a ghost pops up and the reaction is we're closed, not how the fuck did you get in here? Because if you're turning off the lights, okay, and then it cuts to a wide shot where you can see the front door with a closed sign, and it's turned into the closed position, and then also before you turn the lights off in your store, you do the fucking till. Unless you're a psychopath and you're doing the till with the lights off.
How many times has this man gotten drunk and locked a customer in the store by accident? Because he definitely is like, yeah, hey, sorry.
Hey, we're closed. It's just the latch up top.
Yeah, let me let you out after I'm done throwing up.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah,
he doesn't even wait to start getting hammered until like it's 4:30 and he closes at 5 and he's like, well, it's time. Let's shut the doors a little early tonight. Night.
Let's shut the doors on our store, Jay. The day after our fucking daughter just killed her goddamn self.
Which means he was still working.
Day of, sorry. Can't close the store. Heaven forbid we make a sale.
No way to close the store.
Also,
I'm pretty sure the cops would have shut those lights off when they shut down the store as a crime scene.
Yeah, because they're going to want to clean the blood off of the merchandise.
Yeah. Dad's like, I really want to get into the store. And they're like, okay, well, it's an active crime scene that we're still investigating. Yeah, but my scotch is in there. Oh, by all means, sir, we're very sorry.
Get in there. What are you doing?
Holy
Your
shit.
daughter's dead.
The liquor store is shut because it's a small town and it's after 1 p.m. It's a small religious town. It's probably in Ohio or Utah where drinking is like illegal.
So he has to do it in the dark.
Yeah, at the back of the store, where his dead daughter still is, probably.
You bring up a good point. He doesn't do the till, but that's also because he didn't make a fucking sale that day.
He was busy mourning. You're right.
His $300 float stayed
couldn't
as is.
Yeah, he couldn't muster the customer service smile after what he had seen that day. Oh, it's fucking not going to that thrift store today. He's looking rough.
It's weird. That's that thrift store where everything's got that red mist on it, huh? That fine red spatter.
So Bernard gets fucking ghosted right in the back of his store.
Sure does. Or does he? Who knows? Because he flips the breakers on and off, and then there's a literally an image of a skull flashes on the screen to scare you.
A fucking stay alive jump scare where it's like a stock scream and then just Shutterstock pictures of scary things. Somebody fucking Bumble Ward Googled scary things.
Oh my god.
He Google image searched that and he just, okay, we'll put these in the scare.
This movie was clearly made by somebody who was just like, you want to make a scary movie? We haven't made one of those yet.
As a matter of fact, Bumble Ward, which is your real name.
That is this movie.
The Bumble Ward is the ward where the mental patients can't walk right.
It's the one where they just can't stop pollinating with their fucking. They all got them stingers, them fucking swanging stingers.
They gotta wear yellow jackets.
Because they're an old-timey bebop gang?
Because a yellow jacket is a form of hornet, and straight jackets exist in a mental hospital?
Fine.
That's where I was going with that.
I thought we were talking about a doo-wop group. The Yellow Jackets.
The Yellow Jackets.
Ooh, we're gonna go crazy. That's my favorite
There's always
song.
one singer that has that going on in a barbershop quartet.
Speaking of, when this guy gets got, why is he listening to Tiny Tim? Why is he blaring Tiny Tim over the radio?
I didn't recognize it because I don't know what that is.
Fucking Tiny Tim, he does Tiptoe Through the Tulips.
Oh, fuck. The Insidious song?
Yeah, so that's not what's playing, but it's like,
all right. It's probably gospel, given these town folk.
It's ukulele Tiny Tim just.
Oh shit! You want to tiptoe through those fucking tulips with me?
So no fucking wonder you got.
Yeah.
You basically played the theme song for Ghosts.
You did. You played the song they love the most. Didn't you see that kid dancing?
Not a single person enjoys Tiny Tim anymore.
Fuck.
It upsets you to hear.
That's true. I mean, like, you go back in time, there's a couple, like, uncanny as fuck things. That's a good example, though. That's a great example.
Well,
I don't know why people weren't creeped out more back then by things.
Yeah.
By haunting things.
Well, it's because there was nothing else, you know?
They're just used to it.
They walked in like, oh, well, I guess this is all we've got, huh?
Shit. Man, better get used to it.
Does he sing at any other tone? just the highest pitch possible. That great big ukulele playing man. Yeah?
Fuck. Yeah, like what? For some reason, there was a high prevalence of people like singing way above their octave range back in the day, like when the Beatles were around.
Yeah.
That's what everybody, like the Beach Boys just did that. The Stayin' Alive guys did that.
Michael Jackson did
Michael
that.
Jackson did it when he spoke, that's another level.
Yeah, he really took that to a whole nother level.
Fucking-
So it's Sunday now,
Yeah,
and Mom's got her tits out while she's ironing.
Mom loves to have her alcoholic tits right out.
Oh yeah, she's letting the fucking fumes air out.
And if the religious overtones in this movie weren't strong, we're gonna get right into witch speak now. Everybody who's not Christian and goes to church is a fucking filthy witch who worships the devil.
Yeah,
Devil worshipping witch. You know, I can tell everybody who worships the devil in this movie by how long their bangs are flipped to the side.
yeah, their hair isn't neat. So
Yeah.
they're just simply worshiping the devil.
Yep,
That's how that is.
That's Satan's haircut.
Was this movie
the devil's
direct-
punch bowl cut?
Was this?
Fuck.
Was this film directed by my grandmother?
If you're not prim and proper on a Sunday, well, you're worshiping Satan.
Look, if you don't have a haircut and a real job, well, you might as well be living in the witch house.
Yeah, dreams in it.
So, yeah, they're watching the news, and the news is just like, well, probably a suicide pact.
It's probably some kind of. They just jump right to suicide by just like, okay, I know that we're real close to fucking Jim Jones over here.
So, we don't know a thing, but what news around? Word around the fucking water dish over here is
More like the Kool-Aid dish. There's a suicide pact is in the works.
fucking mom with her tits out. It's just like, yeah, well, you know,
That's what they get for tickling the dick of the devil. You
that
tickle the devil's dick, you're gonna get super sick. In the head.
with a bullet. Yeah, so they were like, yeah, the Spindle boy is suicide pact, and immediately the mom's like, yeah, them Spindle kids, fucking witch mom,
Ugh.
and we know she's a witch because a boy drowned sort of by her house somewhere.
Yeah.
and well,
That's what witches do. It's either you drown them or you eat them. We've all read Hansel and Gretel.
Us as an entire town put 1 and 1 together, we got 2, baby.
Yeah.
That is too many witches for us.
Too many witches not being burned in a house.
Yeah, so what we got her good though.
I mean, no, we didn't. It was an accident.
I can't believe that fucking dirty, stupid fucking witch.
I can't believe that witch let herself get burnt in a shack like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't there though.
Yeah, fucking, oh man.
And if you were wondering why she's got her tits out, and Matt keeps going back to that fact, is because Roy's coming over, and Roy's got one thing on his brain, maybe 2. And actually, you know what?
At
It
least
is 2.
3. At least 3.
Okay, yeah. One of them is God because because he speaks right to him directly.
Absolutely.
Which is always, you want to trust that voice.
That's a great voice to trust.
Number 2 is Trish, and number 3 is Trish's not daughter. He just wants to fuck every person who lives in this house.
Shit. I got 2 other things that are probably in the back of his mind.
Yeah?
NASCAR, by the way he looks and dresses,
Yep, sure.
and just being Adam Goldberg. And,
Yeah.
But like in a weird way where you're like, oh, that is Adam Goldberg, not a redneck.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's it. That's all I got.
So Adam Goldberg is in
important
Saving
to know.
Private Ryan. I think. I'm fairly certain. Now I'm second guessing myself. Either way, I'm 90% sure. Yeah, because Vin Diesel's is in it. Vin Diesel's. I hate myself. That's 2 of them. They're twins.
Vin
You got Vin Diesel and you got Vin Regular. That's his brother.
Vin Premium just was too good. He cost too much. He just
Vin
couldn't afford him.
Premium. Anyway, Roy's favorite thing. I got another thing for you that's in the back of Roy's mind. Okay?
Yep.
Trish's fucking tongue. The first thing that they do is make out so hard in front of her fucking child.
Her child has to turn around. That's
Yep.
how vulgar this kissing is.
Yup. And then he goes, get in the car. And then when he turns around, he says, I just got a little hard.
I'm glad you picked that up because
I
he
just got a little hard.
He
Well
talks
within
about-
earshot of a child, of
he
a
talks
teenager.
about the blood in his penis.
Yeah, and how it rushed to it.
and that made him ready to have sex
Holy
right before
fuck.
church.
Yeah.
Right before church on a Sunday.
Right before church on a... Let's go talk to the Jim Jones Church of the fucking Lord. Now...
With a fucking chub. With a chub.
And I remember it was weird. This movie is super familiar to me, but I don't think... Like I said, I haven't seen it before. If I have seen it before, I have no recollection of doing that. But I sure as fuck remember this scene for some reason. Like it was in something else. So you got the pastor and he's doing his televangelist thing. And then every so often it cuts to the crowd, none of whom have a smile on their face.
Why
Not
would you?
Every single one of these people look like they're going to murder tonight as a group. Like, okay, let's get this sermon over with so that we can start killing.
Let's go find that witch boy.
I'm sick of that witch boy in this town.
I really enjoy it. At some point, the crowd starts like clapping to the song, and Roy's just front and center, just pissed.
Oh yeah,
He's
he
the
looks
only-
pissed even when they're praying. He looks pissed.
Because he looks like if he participates, that's gonna like make him, like a sissy or something.
I don't fucking clap.
I don't.
What
clap.
am I, a puss?
I only clap for the NASCAR pit crew when they get the tires changed real quick, like.
I only clap when I want to turn the lights off in my house. Fuck.
Yeah, he does. Oh shit.
He'll clap them shits on and off all day.
Oh, he's fucking when he's busy clapping the cheeks of daughter and fucking probably foster mother.
Yeah.
There's no relation. Who
There's
cares?
not a parent in this town. It's all accidents, and somebody else takes
It's
care of them.
just children of the corn and
Yeah.
and like people of age fucking, you know?
Fucking and like telegraphs the future mob forming because it's just an army of Christian soldiers in this fucking church.
So yeah, this whole sermon is like blah 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 Jesus Christ, blah 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 God.
I don't care.
Oh, by the way, 2 kids fucking killed themselves. Wild, huh?
Yeah, fucking
now,
bummer.
Jesus Christ would be like, wow, let's not.
Anyway,
But, God,
here's Wonderwall,
yeah. Then he walks off stage,
and
That's
his
it.
fucking son's like, "Man, you really glossed over that."
Yep, sure did.
I didn't want to dwell.
Yeah, they're fucking goths. That's
Church
what
is about celebration.
goths do. 2 things: they listen to Marilyn Manson and kill themselves.
That's
and, yeah,
100% true.
church is for celebrating, not
That's
for
100% true every time.
not for the dope show. I'll tell you that right now.
If you're a goth, you got 2 outcomes for you, and neither of them are preferable. It's either killing yourself or at some point in your life meeting Marilyn Manson.
And then you just kind of do the other one after that.
Yeah, because of what he did.
Just by the way he is.
Ugh.
So what's it? This is where we're gonna go. Open the dress store.
Yeah, where fucking in walks. It doesn't matter who she is at all.
It's his niece. It's Pork
yeah.
Pie's niece.
And you only know that because she says Uncle Bernie, and then right after she gets no response, and I love this in movies, she keeps talking as if anybody heard her. She's like, Uncle Bernie, and then something like, man, there was a good service.
Oh,
Because the funeral for Natalie,
Yeah.
that he didn't go to his own daughter's fucking funeral.
Okay, good. That's what I thought she was talking about too. And
He was drinking. He
Hey.
was busy drinking in the dark when they were lowering her corpse into the dirt.
how about have a look around at the mess around the fucking store, huh?
Yeah. Draw some conclusions instead of just figuring he's in the back. I mean, he is, but he's not in the back in the way where he's going to answer you.
Yeah, he's in the back swanging. She walks in and her uncle is just swinging in the breeze, you know?
You know, it's a small southern town when so many people get hanged in it. They're used to that.
I thought you were going for like a swinger joke.
Oh, I haven't seen an upside down pineapple in the whole movie. I have no idea.
Ah, well. Uncle Bernadette there's...
Yeah, Uncle Bernie.
You see his ankles cut frame for a second.
isn't,
Just dip into frame
This
and
is
swang.
this is a much darker weekend.
And then she's got to take him down and be like, well, I don't know what to do. I just fucking hoist him up the whole time. And it's just, he's got like that bruise around his neck and he's like dead.
Yeah.
And it's
we just put a collar on him.
and it's like Weekend at Bernie's 3 and she's just dragging her uncle's corpse around being like,
I just
and
watched the
weeping.
Hunger Games, and that's how they did it. They first of all, don't fucking. I'm sorry. I gotta divert for a second
Okay.
because I'm angry at
Okay.
this, and I will always be.
Okay.
If you're going to have, some emotional themes, some dramatic themes in your movie.
Dramatic themes.
Don't have one of your characters be named PETA. Because anytime, and also don't have him be the one who gets horribly, horribly tortured by the machine. Because I just go, I could go for some shawarma.
Yeah, don't have him be the one that's stuffed full of hummus and veggies. You know? Because I also could go for a shawarma.
Yeah. If your character's name is PETA, the only thing that you should be saying in your dialogue is hold the pickled turnip.
Yeah, always hold that.
Don't. It already has pickles in it. You don't need that much dill in your life.
And also turnip. What are we in Russia?
Yeah, I eat real food here.
I don't turn up for turnips.
I turn down for turnip.
I drive away. That's for sure.
I turn down another street.
It's a
fucking movie.
I got nothing.
I wrote some kind of witchy revenge ghost because the movie, because there's a couple things about this movie that make it good. The first thing is context clues. Like, you're not being just told the information. And there is some information that you don't get to have, so you get to sit there while the characters are also figuring it out. That's kind of nice.
It is nice.
Instead of being the smartest thing in the room when I'm watching a movie all the time, which I hate, I get to be like, what the fuck is going on here, kind of.
Yeah.
So we're in the car getting back from the funeral service where Roy just can't stop talking about his fucking dick. No matter what. If there's Trish and Lindsay within earshot, you better hear about my dick. Here we go again. Oh, my big fat heart. Do you love my big fat throbbing veiny heart, Lizzie?
And then she pulls her dress over her knees as she should.
And honestly, those are the vibes he's giving off, dog. And if they're Mormon, just makes sense. Sister wives, mother and daughter wives. I mean, you might as well.
Foster wives.
Hole's a hole.
Hole's the government puts you in charge of this child and you're letting a man fuck her hole.
Also, Natalie is the name of the niece, by the way.
Sure.
Not that it matters, once again. Not that it matters.
Natalie's the name of the daughter who kills herself with the scissors.
Damn it!
Yeah.
Damn it!
Yeah, no,
You're
niece.
right.
Niece is the name of the
I hate everything. And I
niece.
should have known that because she was called Natalie in this podcast earlier.
Niece is the name of the niece.
Yeah, that's right. So in the most unoriginal, uncreative description of how he would kill somebody in defense, this is fucking so stupid. Because I don't even remember how it comes up. You know what I would do if somebody killed my daughter? Oh, that's why. Because where the fuck was Bernard during this entire funeral service? And then he's like, well, he's probably out hunting the motherfucker that killed his daughter. You know how she threw a bunch of scissors into her fucking neck? Well, you know what I would do? Yeah, brace yourself. Buckle up for what I would do if somebody killed... If somebody killed my daughter, I'd make them swallow a pair of scissors.
Ooh.
And then I'd cut out their tongue. Oh, with what? Because they swallowed the scissors.
I would go back in there for him.
Fucking. So, he's like, because its scissors were already involved. If you're trying to be creative about killing somebody, don't use the same item.
Or how about just, leave it at that? Because that's pretty traumatic.
I wrote, Natalie basically did that. She just entered from the side. She took the side entrance into her throat. Oh, my God.
Less traffic that way.
Yeah. Doesn't even pull over for the cops, speeding past him to Bernard's store.
Oh,
he just keeps driving right in the middle of the fucking road.
Love it. Cops have to pull around him, and then they've already got, this entire thing blocked off. So what was the emergency he had to have his lights on for?
Oh, it's a great question. There's already cops there because of the caution tape.
You know what I love about movies is anytime, somebody dies... It doesn't matter the time of day. It doesn't matter how long it's been. Mm-hmm. The emergency people have arrived.
Yeah.
And they're just sitting there waiting for the main characters to show up so they can cart that fucking body out.
So they can cart the body out and tell them it's a crime scene. You can't come in here.
Oh, yeah.
Also, no matter what time of day it is or day of the week it is, there's a crowd.
Fucking Roy gets out. He's like, hold on a second. Comes back with all the information. Who did he talk to?
Well, he saw a body that was Bernard-shaped, and he made some assumptions. They just happened to be correct.
Oh, yeah, he hung himself. So says the crowd.
Says the crowd.
We agreed that he was a pussy and hung himself.
Yeah, he was a pussy in life, and he is one in death. They brought out the fucking white sheet, and the rope was just dangling.
Just a swangin'. And so the niece is sitting on the porch, and she's just, looking at this lady in the crowd who, I mean, you don't, because her face is covered up, you don't get to look.
Here's my problem,
You don't
though.
get to look at and see.
Here's my fucking problem.
No, I know what your problem is. You know who it is.
You do.
You do.
My problem is she should know who it is. You know why? Because they have the same hairstyle and dress on. If I see my doppelganger, okay, I'm going to recognize... Listen to me. I've looked in plenty of mirrors in my day. I know what the fuck I look like. If I see that in the crowd, I go, why am I over there?
Why am I over there?
That's a great question. What's up?
Yeah.
I walk right up to that and I go, what the fuck? Because what's the ghost going to do? Kill me in a crowd full of people?
Might.
It's not going to... How would it happen?
I mean, it would find a way to make it look like an accident or a suicide or
As
something.
evidenced by later on in the movie, you are capable of being stopped in the middle of it.
Yeah. We just, like, rules are pretty
Relaxed.
convenient around
We call them
here.
relaxed.
We just like, oh, something's happening. Well, I put oil on your head, so.
The rules are like Gumby around here. They're,
Yeah.
they're bendable.
Oh yeah, for sure. They're like the fucking ropes on a
Stretch
WWE
Armstrong. Yeah.
wrestle mat.
Yeah.
Bounce right off those guys.
So if it hadn't become clear by the way that these two characters are being described, we have that's what it was. Twilight. Because this is a real Edward and Jacob situation for old Lindsay. Which one are you gonna pick?
Yeah.
Or are you gonna go with the Volturi?
The insufferable one or the insufferable one? The one that's fucking mopey or the one that loves Jesus?
Yeah,
I don't know which one.
Do you want the brooding emo or the fucking loudmouth? Those are your two. What? Yeah, because pick your poison, right? Like one of them's gonna hit you, the other one's just gonna hit himself.
I would take the hitting himself.
Yeah, the problem is you gotta fucking bandage those wrists when he's done. It sucks. All the time you gotta do that.
You're right.
He's just there with a fucking bottle of vodka. He's like, oh, my brother.
Yeah, hold on. Let me get the vodka to clean these wounds. Also clean the wounds of my
It better be 150.
insides.
It better be fucking Everclear.
Jay, you know goddamn well it wasn't. It was probably a Silent Sam.
I mean, I think Silent Sam is 80 proof, so you could still use it.
Well,
I think you could disinfect above 40, but I could be wrong.
I don't know. Alcohol's wild.
This shit is it's crazy out there.
Monday.
Yeah. Oh, dude. It's fucking every isn't that in It Follows? Don't they have the black slate with the text in It Follows?
Probably.
It Follows is just a better version of this movie later in life.
Yeah, because there's fucking, and it's not just
I mean,
Adam Goldberg getting his hog rigid.
Tickled
Tickled.
all movie.
Tickled because she definitely leans over and like puts her hand in his lap in that car, and
She does do that.
It's not great to have.
Yeah,
happen
and I
around
think
you.
she probably did that because she could tell that he was eyeing up the younger person in the car at the time.
And then
You can't see anything behind those glasses, and he wears them all the time. You know he's sneaking peeks.
all you hear is banjo music in the distance. Vague banjo music. So we're in school, and the fucking sad goth guy is sitting outside, and
Pensively, he's
Now-
pensive.
this is
The budget, most of the movie's budget was spent on pensive stares.
when I say
They
You
had
find-
dollars.
yeah.
They had plenty of dollars, and they ended up with pence of stares.
it's quite the fucking transaction conversion.
Yeah.
When I say goth, Jay,
Mhm, yeah.
now I don't mean like goth.
We're not talking about the South Park goth.
We're talking about like the CW One Tree Hill had a goth character.
Yeah.
So they put a clip-on lip ring on him and swoop the hair over.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
They gave him some eyeliner.
They saw a picture of Tom DeLonge and went, ah,
All of that.
let's make that as mopey as possible.
They may have even blondely streaked his hair.
Wouldn't be surprised.
May have even done a little bit of that.
This guy's just sitting outside. Why even go to school? If
Well,
you're
he's
just gonna
leaning
sit
against
outside?
a tree because there's trees to lean against where I look brooding and thoughtful. Okay,
people need to see me.
right outside, especially one person who, even though we haven't met, I'm gonna be right outside your classroom window and you're gonna look at me.
What a coincidence.
Yeah,
So we're fucking. There's just that shot, just so you know that guy exists still.
that's right.
Just a reminder, he's still sad.
And if that's not enough, we'll cut right to a shot of him getting his ass fucking kicked
Yeah.
by a godly son. The godliest behavior. It's very Christian to beat the shit out of somebody who's thinking differently than you.
It really is. It
You
really
know?
is to throw the first couple punches.
I think that's a commandment.
To throw all of the punches.
All of them.
Very Christian.
Yeah, the unchristian thing is what Aiden does, which is turn every cheek he's got.
He basically turns his cheeks inside out.
He spreads his cheeks wide
Yeah, it's super
for Dylan.
super Christian of Dylan to pick a fight with the only Much Music VJ in the school.
The best way to drive Bella into Jacob's arms if you're Edward is to kick his head in.
So yeah, if by that they fight. It's not a very good fight.
No, well, one person fights, the other one just takes it.
Yeah, they sure do.
And he gets driven home and promise of future head as his payment, which I mean worth. He's a Christian. He's a pastor's son. He's probably got noodle wrists. You could eat those punches all day. It's worth it if I'm gonna get head later from your girlfriend, probably. The second she's like, "I'll drive you home," it's like, "Oh yeah, you will."
You want to come in?
You want to come in? How come every witch in family in every movie lives in a fucking plantation house?
Yeah.
Oh, don't go up to that house. You see how the fucking ivy is climbing up it? That means it's a witch.
You see how there is just the most delicate touch of ivy on the front of the house?
Fucking stay alive, skeleton key,
One fucking strand across
Jeepers
the entire
Creepers.
house.
It's a witch every time.
It's not even a dilapidated. I pictured a dilapidated like bungalow.
It's an alright house. It's been well maintained, given the fact that after their mom died, every sibling left, and they just came back, and that's why all these problems exist.
Yeah, it's really well maintained for the, just going by the way they kept the fucking burnt down barn their mom was burnt alive in, just in the backyard.
Don't raise that.
Don't.
Well, the land, you can't cultivate on it. It's toxic now because witch ash.
That's right. So we're gonna leave the shell of the barn so that every day we wake up and we look out the window, we can go, "Oh, Mom.
Yeah, we fucking remember.
Mom done crispy."
They should have just left the rubble at the fucking at ground zero.
They might have just left her fucking corpse up on a stick.
Her skeleton,
a fucking
burnt
puppet.
husk.
Yeah, might as well puppet her around like a goddamn marionette. Be like, "I'm your mommy."
Bah! Ever
Burn!
seen Stay Alive? Not Stay Alive. You ever seen Dead Silence?
You ever see just a shitty fucking movie?
Rude.
So yeah, we're gonna drive this fucking goth home because he got the reason he got punched was because he was like, "Yo, I don't worship Satan. Your religion created Satan."
Yeah.
It's like, well, that's so much truth. Ugh!
I can't have you saying the facts like this in front of all these students.
You can't just have the facts
Despite
like that.
the fact that class is currently in session, all these students are out here to watch me beat the shit out of fucking this little kid.
Anyway, so we're back at that house, and he's just really trying to get his dick sucked inside.
He is, but she's not really against it.
Nah.
Because she's like, I shouldn't come. Well, do you have any alcohol? Do you have any alcohol that I can treat your wounds with? In air quotes. And he's like, yup, it's inside.
For the
Come
wounds.
Come inside the front hall where you have to walk by a naked lady painting of my great-grandmother, ass naked and droopy.
Biggest nude painting of my great-grandmother we could find. And
Holy
we keep it
fuck. Then it's not even tasteful.
For the ride, so he's like, "Oh, you seem to know where you're going," and she's like, "Yeah, because we used to come out here to." Oh, he's like, "What, to get a good fucking scare from my witch mom? Huh? Because my fucking dead mom? Is that why you fucking snuck out here to get spooked?"
Oh my god, I'm so happy you brought it up. Because Lindsay's favorite thing to do when she talks to this guy ever is to shove her foot down her throat.
Oh yeah,
It's that in the car, and then treating the wounds and shit, and then they start talking about his fucking mom and how she died and how she got burned by the town. And then she's like, well, I mean, she kind of deserved it, right? Like, you might as well. It's like going to a rape victim and being like, well, what were you wearing? What was she wearing when they burned her at the stake?
Oh god,
Was she wearing a witch costume? Because that makes sense.
fuck
He doesn't even he gets offended enough that he just goes to another room to look out the window.
Look at a different fucking pain here.
Also lied right out of the gate about not being able to play piano, you
Right?
fuck.
What
You
the fuck
fucking
was
liar.
that shit?
You're just like, you could just say, I don't want to right now. I'm
Yeah.
drunk.
My brother just killed himself.
I don't feel like playing chopsticks.
While he's getting his wounds cleaned, he's like, my brother really hated himself. So when I found the body, I wasn't surprised. That's so fucking nice to say about your dead brother.
Figures.
Yeah, he was sadder than I was.
Well, and I stare at the knives all day.
Looks like fucking Dad won the Deadpool on this one. Mom had me.
Cousin's coming back to collect her winnings.
Yeah, she can play the piano. Don't worry, she'll play you some shit.
I like the vodka. The bottle of vodka that they use to clean his wounds is about a third empty, which means he went to school wasted.
Well, yeah, that's why he couldn't.
He took a fucking drunk ass stroll into town and he got beat.
He probably went to go in school, and the commissioner was like, "Excuse me, I can smell you.
I can smell you from here. I can smell you from the street.
You're setting off the fire alarms. there are fumes.
You smell like the teachers."
Oh my god. Oh yeah.
Again, there's a witch house because there's an apothecary, and he's got an apothecary satchel with fucking powders in it. But also, there's witch feathers and mugs on the counter. All these context clues, okay?
Oh yeah, in case you were wondering, she's a Wiccan. I think we established that.
That's what that is. That is
a witch.
100%. I promise you, it's either Wicca or paganism. Those are your two options. But I don't see too many trees
Buddhists.
in the house.
Probably Buddhists.
I like, real quick, when we're talking to your dead fucking mom, kid, there's all these pictures around. So we go through the photo album, and in every fucking movie ever, whenever a female character picks up a picture of a dead fucking woman, she's beautiful. In every, that makes it better. Yeah, she's fucking not anymore. Because she's a skeleton in the ground. Thank you for telling me that my mom, when she was alive, was a fucking smoke show. That makes me feel better. I'm cured from grief.
And here I was, sad. I could have been jerking off to this.
I could have been hot gluing pictures of my mom this whole time.
Fuck. She has to apologize for Dylan, and she's like, "I'm sorry. He's got two sides. One side's better." And he's like, "Wow, must be a really good side." And she's like, "Well, when my dad died, he was there for me through the church." And then I wrote, "Sounds like grooming." Because it does.
Well, it does.
Because it does.
Yeah. Also, I wrote more about the fucking picture. Because after she picks it up, it goes, "That's your mom? Nice." Fucking Aiden goes,
Sweet.
Aiden goes, "Yeah, you remind me of her." And then he's gotta go, "Not the dead part, not the dead part." No, you behave the same. No, she's dead, though, now.
Not the crispy part. You're rare. You're rare. You're not well done. You're not well done.
Literally, not because you look like her.
Not because you're burnt to a fucking crisp and dead.
Before or after, Aiden? Fuck.
Smooth. Fucking smooth.
Yeah, it comes to the fucking... So, that's happening, and then, we didn't talk about how, fucking Bernie's niece kills herself.
Right. I think this is it here.
It's fantastic. It's fantastic because, first of all, mirrors.
Yeah.
But also, her reflection breaks a window and then grabs her wrist and drags them across the glass of the window. I've never seen that. I've never seen that in any other movie. That's hilarious. That's fucking good.
I may have seen it.
Yeah?
I may have seen it.
I've seen similar things, but not exactly that.
Okay, all right,
I've seen
fine.
people
I'll give you
reach into windows and cut their wrists and shit.
There's some.
I think it happens
stuff.
in Splinter.
Maybe.
I believe Splinter is where. Yeah.
Maybe.
I think that's where it happens.
It definitely was solid. Yeah, she's like home alone and she comes out of the bathroom.
Yeah. Okay.
Because her reflection is just kind of like looking at nothing.
And then
it's there.
Establishing shot. Front door wide open while she's home alone and showering.
Gaping front door.
What fucking psycho does that? You know why it's a psychopath that does that? It's because they know that they're worse than anything that could walk in.
Yeah.
I'll leave my door completely ajar while I'm in my most vulnerable state, which is naked underwater, and it's good because I'm the threat.
I'm the problem.
I'm the only threat nearby, anywhere.
You're locked in here with me in this bathroom.
And then, so we're cutting back and forth from that to Lindsay coming to the defense of Dylan to the guy whose ass he just kicked.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, I've never seen that side of him. And then he goes, oh, well, the other side must be great then. Like, oh, he must have a fucking Midas gold cock, huh? He must have a fucking sledgehammer underneath for you to put up with getting beat all the time like I just did.
For you to wait for marriage like that so hard?
Holy fuck. And turns out the other side of him, it just gives you tchotchkes sometimes. Boring side. Shitty other side.
Here's something you would probably bust out around Christmas time.
In the summer.
Fucking knickknacks and come to church, please. That's the other side.
And then after we get married, patty wax.
Oh, yeah, dude. So many patty wax.
With
a fucking paddle. That's where that comes from. I want you to know that.
I don't like it.
Also, you know where the phrase I went to the Renaissance Fair this weekend and there was a Birds of Prey exhibit.
Okay. All right.
So I got to see a steppe eagle 2 feet from my face. Those things are massive. That was cool. Snowy owl. Turns out they scream all the time. It's just their favorite thing to do.
I love owls for that reason.
But he was the guy who was demonstrating shit was talking about where the phrase "fed up" comes from, and it's because falcons and a lot of birds, but falcons specifically, when they're full, they get pissed off.
All right.
They get sick of you being nearby.
Okay.
So that's where "fed up" comes from. Also, hoodwinked comes from pulling the hood over their head so that they can't see.
All right. Good. Because I thought here you were going to tell me about giving a dog a bone, and I was just not here for that sentence to be said.
And
Thank
we're
you.
bringing out the Dalmatians today. No.
Please, God, no.
Not that.
This is a Renaissance fair, not a puppy mill.
This bitch, when she is in her house and the fucking doppelganger's in the house and it scream bleeds from its eyes, this is the worst actor in the movie. Because the yell dude, and then runs out of the house.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
the best scream I've ever. That was better than Wilhelm. That was so shitty.
I don't know. I liked the first one, like the first suicide, when it cuts to just his body slumped over and she's just like,
Yeah.
and they just kind of, no!
Yeah, she scuttles back like a crab that's frightened.
And like out of context, it just looks like she's like mildly inconvenienced by the dead body, like
She looks like a dog with worms, just dragging her ass across the dirt.
Sure fucking does. So yeah, she like runs out of the house and it follows her slowly.
Yeah.
And
then like later on, when it happens to somebody else, like it's just in a tree in the same way, and it follows where it's on top of the house for no reason.
fucking love that.
Yeah.
So yeah, she gets to like some boathouse and it just reaches through the glass and drags her wrists over the broken glass.
Yeah. And that gives her enough time to bleed out and walk all the way to a bridge.
Yeah, which is wild because then the next day, like somebody, it's the
Claire.
the blonde friend
It's fucking
drives.
Claire.
She drives by the dead body, cursed.
It's very interesting that she did that because why wouldn't you stop and call the police to report a dead body?
Maybe she was just like, silly bitch.
So you don't even have to like recognize it as a dead body in order to be cursed by it because she wasn't even scared of the body.
Yeah, she wasn't concerned.
She's
She
like,
probably
oh,
didn't
it's
even
that
notice
lump of flesh. Whatever. It's probably a coyote.
Yeah, it's biggest fucking jeans wearing coyote I ever done did see.
That coyote's got a crop top on. I don't understand.
Fucking oh yeah, so Lindsay goes back home and and her mom was, or fucking whatever her name is just finished fucking Roy.
Yeah, and you could tell because Roy comes down the stairs putting his belt back on with no shirt and goes, "It's okay to take a peek if you want." Right to Lindsay, an underage girl in the house.
It's actually not okay.
It's
to
not
take
even
a peek.
remotely okay.
It's not okay to take a peek.
And then there's a whiff of argument between Lindsay and Trish, and Roy just goes, "All right, bye.
Yup.
I got things to do that aren't being here for this."
Yeah, mom. So, fucking while she's out, her boyfriend calls to tattle on her.
Yeah.
And mom's like, so you're fucking the spindle boy, huh? You get that witch dick, huh?
This whole, because Trish has to get drunk in order to get railed out by this fucking trucker.
Yep.
And so she's wasted. And this whole conversation is just Trish basically trying to accuse her of being a slut until she admits it.
And also...
How much of a slut were you tonight, huh? A lot or a little?
She also justifies murdering a woman by being like, well, they didn't want to come to church, so...
Yeah, we fucking hate that here.
We brought the welcome wagon of fire.
Fuck. And this is my favorite line in the whole movie, mostly because of how it was delivered. Lindsay goes, I can't talk to you when you're like this. And she goes, when I'm like, what? Piss-ass drunk.
Piss-ass drunk, you stupid-ass bitch, you fucking... dumb, stupid bitch, saying all the swear words at once.
Yeah, I'm piss-ass drunk. Well,
piss-ass fucking piss-drunk.
Well, here's a piss-ass drunken slap for you right across your face.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit.
It's a great slap.
Yeah, and then, Claire sees a body and doesn't even clock it, so the mental thing isn't even there, so it's not even, it doesn't matter. All you have to do is be body adjacent. So why didn't it hop to, like, crime scene investigators or something? Weird.
Well, she wasn't the niece was the first one to see the deceased. The niece with the deceased
in the East
is dying in the East.
Yeah, there we go.
Mr.
Beast employed a convicted sex offender
and has garbage chocolate bars. That's my big gripe with them.
Yeah.
I hate those fucking things. They're gross. So yeah, Aiden's playing the piano. Said he couldn't.
Huh. Weird.
Someone passes Lindsay a note and it says witch's bitch.
Yeah.
Or something. She's got a picture of like a burning lady on it.
Her and fucking Claire talk in the lunchroom amongst whispers about how it's okay to fuck two guys at once. It's cool. Just go ahead and do it. By the way, Aiden's pretty hot. If he's got any other vampire freaks, I would love to get a taste of that blood.
I'm on MySpace. You can find me at X Claire.
Definitely X, capital XX.
Clairvoyance. Claire Calamity XX. Fucking right there.
Oh my god.
And so
Crystal Claire.
And she's like, oh, by the way, so just so you know, everybody fucking hates you. And then she like looks around and one guy is doing devil horns at the top of his head. Like,
she's right.
That's the worst thing he could have done.
It sure is.
That's the very.
We don't hit in church school.
No, we do devil horns, and that's that. I might as well be saying like, I hope you get fucked in the butt by the devils.
Yeah.
Like, I got you good.
Hope you get forked in your pitch.
Oh, fucking zoinks. Gotcha, bitch.
Zoinks.
Get devil horned, you slut.
Listen, Matthew Lillard is amazing. I just saw him on, I think what's his name? Fucking David O'Doherty or whatever.
I don't know. I don't know. You're saying names.
He's a host of a talk show in the UK. Anyway, Matthew Lillard's fucking drunk. And,
Perfect.
And like I was questioning it because I was like, don't you dare disparage the name of a god like that. But he comes out and sits down and goes, dude, I'm hammered. Like, just like that. He's like, yeah, we were in the fucking back just drinking. Sick.
Love it.
Yeah, man. Huge fan of that guy.
I gotta see that clip eventually. Send it to me.
I will. Cut to Dylan turning into Gary Oldman from the Book of Eli, the way he's amassing a predatory mob of people. Like he's just, or fucking the old guy in fucking Kevin Smith's Red State, where it's just, in movies like, in Children of the Corn, it's the same. There's always some fucking soapbox preacher that slowly is accumulating people willing to kill for him.
Oh my god.
And you can tell from his tone, that's the end goal here.
And you know what? You definitely want to take orders from a 16-year-old.
Yeah.
They certainly have the best ideas.
That's true. 16-year-old can't even hold a girlfriend for like 2 weeks without beating somebody up. All those hormones.
So, I think...
Also, this is when I realized this. Sorry to interrupt you, but this is important because I
good.
need you to agree with me.
Yeah.
This man looks and sounds like Shia LaBeouf.
I don't know about that one.
Okay. I do, though, because he does.
I will...
Shia LaBeouf, like,
I'll give you
Charlie
that.
Countryman era, like when he was in his mid to late 20s.
I only know Transformers and Holes.
Transformers counts.
Okay, all right.
You go back, you listen to a clip of this guy preaching, and you listen to a clip of Shia LaBeouf doing a monologue in any movie from the mid-2000s. It's the same.
Do it!
Yeah, that one.
Kill the witch! Fuck your daughter!
What else did
Roy,
he say?
fuck her!
He will not divide us! Back when he was very anti-Trump.
I mean, that's a good way to be. I'll give you that one because I don't know about that one.
Also, Lindsay walks by, just be like, "Shut the fuck up! I'm sick of this shit." And then so fucking that prompts Dylan to come over and softly imply that if she steps out of line, she will be set on fire.
He sure does imply that very softly by saying this town takes care of itself.
Yeah.
And not this town gakes care of its belf. Or whatever I was about to say.
Holy shit.
And that is the vaguest threat
It is.
I've ever heard.
It sure is. Right here I wrote, "These fucks are living in the Stone Age." I'm not really sure why I wrote that, but it's accurate.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a cell phone in sight yet again. All the cars are old.
All the guns are super old too.
All the guns are, like lever action, like rifles, and fucking this little pea shooter is the newest gun, and that's because Aiden left town to get it. He brought it back from somewhere that has guns.
Right. At some point, Aiden does tell her, like, "Hey, get out of town."
Yeah,
she does not get out of town.
No, that was the best piece of advice you could have given somebody under threat of death.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, no, we're not gonna. We'll just get a shot at Aiden looking like fucking Bam Margera over Ryan Dunn's grave real quick.
Oh yeah,
Just real quick.
Oh, real
just
quick.
in case you weren't sure.
There was a funeral.
His brother is indeed dead.
There was
a
sadness.
dead brother in there.
There was more sadness than usual.
Yep.
So fucking after hours at the school, I don't know who stays to take a shit at school, but obviously the blonde girl had to wait till after hours to take a shit.
Yeah. Well, she's it's probably very loud and smelly. This girl.
I liked the shot because it's what you get is like her just looking in a mirror,
Mm-hmm.
and then
she comes out of the bathroom stall,
and then the mirror is gone.
Fuck yeah.
So it's I called them reflections every time there was a thing.
That's fine.
They always come out of the mirror.
That's fine. You can do that. You can do it that way, or you can do it the mirror's way with Amy Smart, where your reflection stays and looks at you.
Okay.
I like this way.
Yep.
Because it was like a 3-part thing instead of just that. That was cool.
They did the stays and looks at.
They did.
They did.
But they didn't do it more than once.
Thank
Mirrors
God.
does it like 8 fucking times.
Fuck that.
All right?
Fuck that. And so, that's bad. It's bad to have that happen. You don't want your reflection to do anything you're not doing.
Yeah, because that's sort of its job, is to reflect.
Yeah.
And I don't mean think about itself.
Really take some time to work on itself.
Claire's version of this is to get the old "I'm in the street, I'm behind your car, I'm in your car," which is like every fucking. It happens in Shudder. It happens in fucking it happens in Dark Water. It happens in so many. It happens in Stay Alive. It's always in the back of the seat of it when you look in the rearview mirror after seeing it on the road and stopping.
Oh yeah.
Always.
Pair of fucked up eyes in the back in the mirror.
Yeah.
Always.
And then her car fucking catches fire because the ghost makes the gas tank leak.
Yeah.
Trish sees that and runs out just in time to watch it explode. Here's the problem with this shot, though. It's a pan while Claire is running, and the car was already on fire. You can tell by the way that it was on fire.
Oh.
They just pan to a car on fire, and they add the explosion in post, and they go, "All right, Trish, jump back."
I missed that bit.
Yeah. No, I made sure to watch it.
Good.
Because I was suspicious, and then I looked again, and I was like, yeah, no, it was just on fire already. Sweet.
Yeah, so she's like she crashes her car trying to escape from her reflection thing, and
which it's in the car, so
yeah, great job.
Yeah.
Why not get out? I don't know. But she crashes it and like a pole almost impales her face, or
like
a tree
Final
branch.
Destination.
And I thought I enjoyed that.
I didn't like that there was no sound of the windshield breaking because I thought for a second that there was just no windshield.
Well, I'll tell you what. That's probably something I should have noticed. I think I would have liked that a lot less.
I like that you flipped your book like a news anchor with his stacks. I would have liked that a lot less. Now here's Matthew with the weather. It's gonna be a stormy one today.
Fuck.
But be sure to keep on a happy face. You know people go to school for that?
Oh, yeah. They go to school to be like, look at these fucking spatters of color.
Great. That means things.
Spatters of color are coming, people.
Right over here, you're going to see there's some weather. There's weather here, and if you could believe it, It's right the fuck over here too, guys.
Now, if my research is correct, I think we're expecting a sunstorm down the Middle East.
Was that just a lot of it?
That's a lot of
Just
it.
a shitload of sun?
Yeah.
Sun's gonna be beating down on you.
Stormy sun weather we got coming out. We also have a couple shots of just, what's her face? The main bitch in this stupid fucking movie being like, look, guys, bad stuff.
Tons of it.
Get out of town, Aiden. They're gonna fucking burn you like your stupid mother.
You know, I don't really understand. Later on, it becomes incredibly clear why they came back. But why they wouldn't just leave again? The second that shit starts hitting the fan, they're like, why wouldn't Aiden just be like, haha, peace?
You're absolutely right. We should leave. And that...
That's sound advice.
And you
Thank you, Lindsay.
You won't hate me by the end of this.
Yeah. Fuck.
So that doesn't work, so she goes to the cop, and the cop's like, well, listen, they're just passionate about Jesus.
Yeah, they just love the Lord.
And if they burn somebody, we gotta wait for them to actually set the fire.
Their hearts are full.
They haven't committed a crime until the boy is on fire.
I think that's right in the law book.
Mm-hmm. And then, somebody painted Hell Awaits Thee on Aiden's door.
Yep.
And they're like, oh, great. That's cool.
By this point, also, the cousin has shown up.
Right,
The cousin
right.
who was told was going to be visiting. I do like, so when she shows up...
Right, yes. She just, like, walks in.
Yeah, Lindsay just walks into somebody else's house, and the response... I like this character because she's just a bitch. She's just a fucking bitch.
She's a
all
bitch
movie.
who's, like, super concerned with her cousin fucking.
Yeah.
And who her cousin is fucking and when they will be fucking.
Mm-hmm. She calls it a play date, which is rude. She's just rude to Lindsay.
She is, because she wants to fuck her cousin.
The metaphor that she uses for somebody just walking into your house and the argument is the door was open. Well, if your pants were open, can I just get in there? Sick.
Nice.
Great point.
Nice piano work, too, by the way.
What a way to tell me I'm flying low.
I'm gonna use that. Can I just get in there? So we're at is this where there's like a meeting at the church, or no, the church comes to the police.
Yeah.
And this is where Dylan...
Well, this is where the mob has been formed and is now walking through town as one.
Yeah, and Dylan yells at the cop, and because he's white, there are zero consequences. Nothing happens.
Oh my god. That's so funny. Also, right after Claire dies, Aiden takes Lindsay, this is when we meet the cousin as well, down to the bridge. What is it with small towns and everybody's got to hang out under a bridge to do the cool stuff?
Nothing good ever happens under a bridge, I'm not gonna lie.
So Aiden comes to this super fucking tranquil river with nice plants all over the place. And this is how you know this is the Wiccan religion. Because he turns around and he very meaningfully says, this is where my mom would come to practice her religion. She would open her grimoire.
You know what that is? You know that book of things?
Grimoire is the word that he used, that because he had just seen a David Lynch movie.
He used that word because
he watched The Craft yesterday.
Oh yeah, he did.
And now he knows what a grimoire is.
He flipped through the encyclopedia to find the
witchiest name for a book.
He went through the thesaurus for scary book. For book of scary.
It's grimoire and Necronomicon, and I don't like that implication, so we're gonna go with the former.
It's grimoire or it's Guinness Book of Scare Records. It's grimoire or it's Ripley's Believe It or Not. That's it.
Ripley's Believe It or Ghosts.
We're not doing this again. Yeah, he does use that very specific word, and then that's like the most witchiest word.
Sure is.
They we get one witch word, all right? Pick one witch word. Coven? No.
That's not. No, that implies there were multiple.
Yeah, no.
There's just one.
Oh, so it's not a witch, not really a witch. I mean, we're not gonna say she's a witch, but everybody else is.
We're not gonna call it witchcraft inside of the witch family.
Oh yeah, so grimoire. Yeah,
that adds a little bit of mystique.
Like an armoire, but for smiles.
Like, I don't know, because grim is right in there.
I've been saying grimoire.
Oh, no.
Like an armoire for grins.
No, it's like an armoire for I'm sad. Armoire for dread. Dreadwar.
Armoire for kicking up your scaries. I don't know what an armoire is. I think it's
It's a huge clothes
it's
cabinet.
a dresser.
It's the massive one with the 2 opening doors.
Ah,
Like a
perfect.
grandfather clock.
So, yeah, fucking nobody tells Lindsay that her friend has died in an explosion.
Honestly, nobody tells Lindsay anytime anybody important to her dies, period.
Hey, Lindsay,
she has
by
to
the
be
way.
there, or she's never informed until it's way too late.
Yeah, she has to fucking go outside her family for the family news. That's pretty
Yeah,
fucked up.
she has to go outside with duct tape on her mouth and kidnapped by her boyfriend and her boyfriend's dad to take her to fucking church to perform an exorcism.
Yup.
She basically gets raped by God.
Sure does. I wouldn't put it like that, but sure does.
And Trish, just fine with this. It's gonna go great.
Well, let me tell you. First of all, Trish is possessed, and if you didn't know that, there was whispers, and
Yeah.
she twitched her head earlier.
That's right. Well, I mean, she was standing right by the car while it was on fire, and Claire was dead, so it's implied.
And then there was a big scary face on the TV because
That's
she's
true.
watching like an 80s
Yeah.
workout, and then just boom.
It
face.
turns out the ghost is now the ring girl.
Turns out the ghost is now Pulse Ring Girl. There's no rules.
No, none.
We're bouncing off the ropes here.
Yeah. The duct tape they put on her face is barely on her face, number one. There's
Yeah.
a second thing to note about this duct tape. Just keep in mind that there's a second thing to note.
There's a second thing.
Fucking, I don't really, they just take her to the fucking church and perform a shitty exorcism.
And as they're doing that, they're like, yeah, by the way, your friend's fucking dead.
Yeah, just a heads up real quick. I got some bad news for you that's worse than this somehow. Worse than what we're actively doing to you. Roy's there like, man, I didn't know it was this easy to tie her down.
Damn. If only I had worked on this and not my mustache and putting tires on a car real fast.
The pastor's hand keeps changing position on her forehead between cuts during this scene. I couldn't not see that.
That's the devil's work.
It is. I don't like how well, okay? She sheds 2 tears while this is happening. It could very well be because she's being held down by 4 people against her will. Other than that, she handles everyone around her dying real well. She's pretty just cool with it.
I would be worried for her if I was everybody else.
And
she's gonna snap one day.
the other thing that I don't like is that she keeps Dylan's angel figurine right on her makeup table.
Yeah.
Even after all this.
Probably would have thrown that out.
Are you're still contemplating giving him a shot?
Are you still gonna take his cherry after you get married
She's
to
like,
him?
yeah, it's bad. His Mary cherry. She's like, yeah, it's bad what he did, but at least he didn't like put it in.
At least.
At least.
So we was the, oh yeah, the mom wakes up because she's possessed.
Yeah,
by the
and
way.
she's also drunk as fuck.
That's and like she's
Again.
because she's fighting her demons. And the demons-
she
the
comes
demons
back.
win.
She comes back all stoked, like, "Oh, we exorcised the person who wasn't at all possessed at
Oh,
all. Isn't that
yeah.
great? We're in the clear."
I saw a vision, so I got a good feeling
Yeah,
about this.
God spoke to my pickled, drowning brain.
Mm-mm.
My drowning in liquor brain channeled the word of the fucking good Lord. And Lindsay's just like, "Fuck you." She literally says it as she's walking up
Yeah,
the
she
stairs,
does.
which is great.
And immediately she should be like, "Oh, the devils. We clearly didn't do our work."
Yeah,
but all right.
Trish is just like, "Well, I guess I'll nap about it. I'll take an afternoon drunk nap about it."
And when she finally wakes up,
Well, she's thirsty.
oh, she's
She's
definitely
real thirsty, or at least her reflection is.
She's going. She goes upstairs to the bathroom for her stash.
Yeah.
That I guess her reflection has replaced with drain cleaner or
Yeah,
bleach. I forget.
believe it is drain cleaner because I thought it was bleach at first, because I was gonna make a pun about it, and then I looked and it was drain cleaner.
Oh well, yeah.
So Trish cleans the fuck out of her insides. That's the true cleansing right there.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the Lord's word; it's chemicals.
Yeah, it's working too when bloody foam just erupts out of your mouth.
Right
That's
away,
how you
immediately.
Know,
Yeah.
that's how you know it's good for you.
You die on the bathroom floor after rolling around in your own blood like a pig.
All that racket wakes Lindsay up.
Yeah,
too.
I'm glad that I was gonna get really angry because I was like, how do you not hear this bitch running around the house, slamming into walls? And then later on, there's just a throwaway line that she says, "I was woken up when I heard her fucking in the house, just being in the house loudly." So I was happy that they put that in the film because otherwise, stupid.
Elephant foot mom over here can't die in silence.
Yeah, elephant foot mom. Holy shit, she's not whisper quiet.
So I'll tell you what, Lindsay gets that door open and boom,
Dead.
Cursed.
Dead on the floor and cursed hard.
Cursed dead mom. Cursed Lindsay.
Explain to me, she beelines right for Aiden's house. First of all, why?
First of all, why?
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 And then number 2, she is the only one who knows that she's possessed by something in the whole movie.
Oh my fucking
She's
God.
like, it's inside of me. I know it's inside of me. Hey, quick question. How?
Yeah, what?
How do you know that, Lindsay?
What's inside of you? Explain it to everybody else, because nobody else has a grasp on this.
Also, thank fuck for a small town where you can call the cops and report a suicide and then just leave the house.
Man.
And nobody goes on a manhunt for you.
Small town.
They'll
be back.
The 16-year-old said it was a suicide, so we'll take her word for it. Case closed.
Well, I wasn't there, and
We'll
she was.
close the book on this case.
What did I write? Something. Oh yeah, I have it. It's inside of me. It's something no one has said yet. No one has been aware of it or known that it was a thing. How does she?
Also, Aiden probably like, are you pregnant?
Oh man, you got that
I-
dill pickle, huh?
You got that dill in. Oh jeez.
Oh yeah, hey, it's just, and then so Aiden's just like, hey, by the way, it's not real.
Here.
Let me put some oils on you.
All right. So now this is where the movie sort of starts to fall apart a little bit.
No, come on.
First of all, because she knows she's possessed, that's where it starts. And then, well, we can't gloss over the cousin in the back playing the ominous sound on the fucking piano right after Lindsay goes, Trish is dead. Just bong.
Oh my God.
You bitch. That's so good.
She was
And it's
waiting
like,
for her moment.
So there's a bunch of questions, right? And these questions are going to get answered right about now. Not quite, but soon. Why is she so glib about the fact that everybody in town is dying? That raises... I'm raised right up. I'm full to the brim. I'm throbbing with questions. How does Aiden even know what she's talking about, period?
How?
How could he possibly know, and also know enough to know the rules of it? Lindsay, if I were Lindsay in this situation, I would turn right to Aiden and say, how the fuck do you know anything at all? I just barged in here after barely discussing this at all at any point in this movie. And I said the magic words that you were like, oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm just curious.
Oh boy.
I'm just curious.
I don't think she's going to like what she hears. So, I mean, yeah, how? How and why? And why and how?
Come up to my bathroom where I keep the oils that slow the demon down that I shouldn't know anything about. I'm Neil deGrasse Tyson, because this is science.
And let me tell you 1,000 times that this is not going to protect you. This just, it's gonna weaken it, but don't you dare get wet. Don't you sweat it off, because it's just oil.
Also, are we just gonna gloss over how close to fucking in the bathroom they get?
Oh yeah, right up until his cousin comes in and is like, "You done with the rub down?"
Yeah, which rude. Again,
rude. So this is I don't really. Oh right, because so look, this is where
I wrote the best time to get into a chick's pants is when she's grieving.
Okay, all right, I see where you're going with that.
She invites it and everything.
Does she?
Yeah, because when he's putting the oils on, right, and it gets a little sensual and intimate as he goes down to the exposed knee, you know it's a Mormon town because all you ever see is knee. Exposed knee and that one chick in her underwear, I guess, but she dies. She says something to the tune of, does it have to be all over me? And then he's just like, no, we're done. Don't get hot.
I have to go now. I need new pants.
Everybody in this movie makes a fuck pun at the earliest convenience. Well, everyone.
The movie has to have something.
Really gets your juices flowing, doesn't it? Yeah, my puss is inflamed. You're right, cousin I just met.
Cousin I just fucking met.
Fucking fuck.
So she's like, oh, is it a plague? Can we stop it? And this is, it took Aiden this long to be like, yeah, we just got to get that book. The book that the cops gave to the pastor so the pastor could tell the cops what it was.
Yeah.
Because the cops apparently know fuck all.
That's how policing works.
Yeah.
You give it to the god men and they bring it back and go, well, this is some shit.
Yeah, we certainly want the church to make judgments.
Yeah. Well,
the one
it's
thing
their
they're good at.
favorite thing. It's their favorite thing to do.
They're
So
professionals. So
let's go to church.
let's go to church.
We're going to go to church to commit crime. The only time that it's good to go to church.
We're gonna go to church and watch Aiden
Fungle around like his lockpick skill's 10.
Oh my god, what does he even do? He just jams something in between
A knife.
In between in different spots until it just pops open.
Yep,
I love it.
That's how all latches work in 1938 when this movie's from.
So we got the book, and this whole time, her reflection is just like...
Well, sitting in the pews waiting for service to start.
Yeah, yeah.
She wants to get the prime seat. She's somewhere close to the middle where the two speakers up top converge and you can hear the word of the Lord the best. I will say that the jump scare around the podium did get me.
It was a good one.
Because it was turning slow and you couldn't see, like, it turns, the fucking ghost turns. It goes, hello! So, like, yeah, no, I got got by that.
There was one good jump scare. All this movie had was jump scares, and there was one good one.
So we cut right to, basically, everybody finding out that they've been robbed at the church.
Yeah.
And going, well, this is a problem. Let's go fix it. Hang on one quick sec, though. I have a confession to make, son.
I have another confession to make. I fucked a boy.
I find our reaction earlier in history where a guy died and we blamed a witch and killed her to have been in error.
You see.
I'm gay.
Oh.
And then his son's like, pardon me. I love the way that this conversation plays out is like, oh yeah, that boy that drowned. So, we hung out a little. We spent some time together.
Oh, well, yeah, you're the pastor.
When he said that, he knew exactly what he didn't want to hear. When his son goes, well, yeah, you're the pastor. You do that all the time. Please tell me you're just the pastor and you do that all the time.
How far into the Bible did you read?
And then the pastor goes, well, yes, you're right. I am the pastor and I do that all the time. Just not the that you wanted.
Yeah.
I do the bad that.
Yeah, this one was a different... I went in that boy's bum. I read Jesus into his asshole.
We did more than talk, all right? As a matter of fact, very few words were shared. There was more actions.
There was a lot of grunts.
So the godly thing, obviously, because when faced with the fact that your father is ridden with guilt like the telltale heart about a murder that you committed, because he goes, oh yeah, not only did I fuck him, but I killed him after in the water,
yeah,
it seemed easier than dealing with the fallout of fucking him.
Yeah, he was gonna tell people, and well...
Can't have that.
I mean...
have you seen the church? It's
yeah.
huge.
It's mega. I fill almost all the seats. He doesn't fill all of them. It's not even a great turnout.
No, it's like a third full and they all sit at the front, which defeats the purpose of the screen, to be quite honest.
Oh, yeah, and in this obviously high school auditorium that they've made into a church.
That's right.
Yeah.
So fucking, his son's like, okay, well, this conversation dies in this room.
We'll deal with this later.
And the pastor goes, well, I'm going to tattle. Because at this point, the son, Dylan, has been like, well, we're just going to kill everyone. We're going to kill everyone, right?
I mean, that's what God wants.
You know, if you're not going to, I'll just do it.
In the name of God, everybody must die.
You know, I've thrown 3 punches in my life, and now I've gotten a taste for it.
Yeah, now it's murder. Murder's the next. It's a big leap.
Naturally, yeah. It's like weed. It's a gateway drug.
A gateway punch.
A gateway slug.
So yeah, it took me a little bit, and I was just like, oh man, oh yeah, he killed the boy. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, but that's not the only big revelation we get to have. Nah. Oh, by the way, Lindsay, this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did it.
We kind of did it.
Yeah.
Cousin's like, why don't you just spill the fucking beans already?
Right.
We're here.
Oh, right, because so they get the book and they're gonna do the ritual, and she pulls out a gun because everybody has a gun.
Everybody's got a fucking gun.
Guns are so easy to get. You can just get a gun.
You could just get.
If you're a teen and you need a gun,
yeah.
Like, look, you're gonna find one. They're around.
And
you can just have one.
So this is how cousin fucking forces the topic. She's like, well, I have the gun, so we might as well just be honest.
Yeah.
I wanted to point out, okay, there's a trope in horror movies, and this is about the Dylan and his dad.
Mm-hmm.
I call it, I don't know if it's called this, but I call it the look what I've created moment. Because Dylan goes, all right, well, I mean, you don't have to be there, but it's still going to happen. And then Frankenstein looks at his monster. And goes, ugh, that was a mistake.
Whoops. Maybe we don't want a fucking invisible thing to kill everybody in the town,
So basically what this boils down to is Aiden was perfectly fine with the town all committing suicide until it impeded his ability to get puss.
And yeah, he really didn't foresee the option of getting puss.
And then
in his plan.
and then Aiden's cousin's like, well, I'm straight, so this does nothing for me.
Yeah. Also, by the way, your brother, he kind of killed himself. So
Like, to start it.
Yeah, and come on now, you can't just let him, die for nothing.
Yeah, I would hate that.
I would absolutely be very bummed for your brother to have blown his fucking head off. Remember how sad you were yesterday when that happened?
Yesterday.
Do you remember? A day ago, when your brother was alive and smooching his girlfriend on the riverbank.
Alive and in love in the springtime.
Do you remember finding his dead body and being unsurprised by how sad he was that he's dead?
Remember how he had a big fucking smile on his face? He had a big shit-eating grin splattered all over the grass?
Well, we just can't let that all be for naught.
Jeez, this woman's lost everyone in her life. Well, might as well
Yeah.
keep going. Sunk cost fallacy.
Nobody's gonna miss her, only Roy, because he'll have to picture nobody while he's fucking that lady.
Dude. But, well, he can't fuck the lady.
Right.
Either.
He's pretty pissed off that he can't fuck the lady.
Yeah, he's real mad. Yeah, he shows up to
element.
the crime scene and he very disrespectfully destroys caution tape about it.
Oh my god, and they
punches
can't
his
rehang
own,
that.
And he punches his own truck, denting it.
Yep.
He basically just causes damage to things that are important.
Probably breaks his own knuckle, but he's too man enough. He's probably too much of a man to go to the hospital.
Yeah,
about
no,
it.
he just pushes it back, and now he's got a lumpy hand forever.
Mm-hmm.
So this cousin just closes a door with 2 exits and locks it, and then goes to burn the book in another room in the house so she could be stopped easily.
Yeah.
Great. You didn't even go outside to burn the book? You're just going to start a fire. You're just going to commit arson.
I fucking hate the way they escape by jumping out the window that they didn't jump out of.
No, they didn't.
They just show feet hitting the ground.
That's right. And do they even show them jumping out the window?
No. They show feet hitting the ground like bump, like one after the other, like they jumped at the same goddamn time.
And like
out the same fucking window.
So big revelation for Lindsay, right? Oh, as it turns out, this man I'm with facilitated the murders of everybody in my life up to this point. Friends, family, all of that. Why the fuck would I go with you at all? And then Aiden goes, I don't know, cuz. All right, let's go.
Well, I think the promise of stopping it and helping him stop it is enough to get her nut,
Yeah, I guess.
Whatever. But you find out pretty promptly why they're trying to leave town and why he wanted everybody to leave town.
Yeah.
Because there's not going to be a town.
The fact that there was the movie doesn't really build this twist up. So when it happens and you discover the revelation, oh, they started it. First of all, fucking of course they did. They've been shady from the beginning. Secondly, I'm not like, oh, M. Night Shyamalan, you've done it again. I'm just like, yeah, okay, cool. So that now what? So we're still doing, the story doesn't change? We're still doing the things the same way as if we didn't know this?
That's right.
Oh, cool. All right, let's keep going, I guess.
That's correct. That's the way.
I guess we'll just keep going.
So, this is where fucking Dylan blows the door off and goes, "We're here."
Yeah! With a gun in his hand. It's like fucking Jack from The Shining. Wendy, I'm home.
You were expecting us.
Good fucking God.
So what does the cousin just like attacks them in the dark with mustard? What is it?
Okay.
Or is it kerosene?
Here's the problem. And this is why the movie got a lower rating than I was going to give it up until this point.
Okay.
When she's burning the book, she's using lighter fluid. Roy is in the bathroom because the book is still smoldering because she can't put out a fucking indoor fire worth of shit. She comes out from behind and douses him in the lighter fluid that she was using to burn the book.
Ah, yes.
So at this point, I wrote, where is it? Where is it? Roy getting sprayed with lighter fluid better not be a cock tease, I swear to God.
Guess what? Put your cock away. It's teased. A little foreshadowing, though.
Just actually none.
A little bit, because he then drags her out of the down the stairs. He drags her
And goes, I bet that hurt,
And then-
dickhead.
he brings her out of the house and gets as close as you can to sexually assaulting her.
That's right.
Without actually doing it.
That's right.
And then
A couple times.
Then he dumps gasoline all over her to send her to hell.
And keeps punching her in the face.
Yeah.
Like over like random intervals.
The Lord has
Just, you're too awake.
you're wiggling around too much. The
Yep.
fire's not going to take.
Yep.
He goes off on like a random
When
religious
I was
tangent.
in prison, God spoke to me. Yeah, through your asshole.
He whispered in there, "This is fucking fucking up in the ass now. I'm Jesus."
It's just a Mexican dude in prison named Jesus.
Oh, Jesus.
Did he speak to you, or did he speak through you like a puppet?
Oh. Yeah. So after this big long like tangent.
Yeah.
By the way, fuck this film.
Yep.
Fuck this.
Let's go.
So there's
Why is
this
that?
because this is happening, right? He's like, oh Jesus Christ, let me douse you with gasoline. I'm sending you to hell because you don't like church.
Yeah.
While this is happening, Dylan has spotted the two. Who they must have done like 3 laps around the house because they show them running around and just going places until finally he's like, oh, there they are, going into the bushes.
Yeah.
So we're cutting back from the dousing, the running, the dousing, the running.
This goes on.
It goes on.
Run through the woods, the seemingly endless woods, even though I'm pretty sure the dock and water are visible from the house.
The seamlessly endless woods that when you go in there, it transports you into the daytime.
It does do that as
And
well,
then
yeah.
when we cut back to Roy, it is still very much nighttime.
It is pitch black. It is the dead of night.
Yeah, but no, that's cool.
We're in the gray dawn elsewhere.
Yeah, back and forth.
I think they ran to a different time zone.
That must be.
Yeah.
That must be. Because what the fuck?
Okay, but
yeah.
if that wasn't enough reason to say fuck this movie, Roy lights this cousin on fire.
Sure does.
He's covered in lighter fluid.
Sure is. Foot away from the gas can.
He just leaves the movie. He just exits the movie after that.
That's
He's
good.
gone. Not only is he not on fire, he fucking looks down at her burning and goes, man, good thing I'm not on fire. See ya.
Yeah, let me pick up this gas can. That's
Right by the fire also?
literally in the fire.
Have you ever seen fucking a Fail Army video once, this movie?
Have you ever seen somebody try and fill up their car while also smoking a cigarette? It just doesn't go well.
I made the Chinese manager of the gas station by me very upset a couple of weeks ago because I was smoking while pumping gas.
Well, yeah.
Because cigarette embers do not light gas on fire. You require a spark. Anyway, I flicked it, and he came all the way out to look at it to make sure it wasn't lit anymore. And I was like, it's not going to make a difference. And I got in my car and left.
Good. I hope you flipped him off as you peeled out. So then we just get like this long scene where they're trying to do she's trying to escape from her reflection, but she's at the pier. Look, you get in the water, you're gonna wipe your very thin layer of armor off.
Oh, also, fucking. There's a couple things. Funny ending, but fucking. The cousin also, when she's being dragged into the woods, they put duct tape around her mouth. Both of the instances of there being duct tape around somebody's mouth is when they start yelling for help. They don't start yelling for help until they can't yell.
You don't know what you got till it's gone, dog.
Taking that voice for granted.
Oh my god.
Unbelievable.
So yeah,
I need to point out.
Oh, point it out, man.
How hard Lindsay eats shit running down this dock.
I didn't notice, but
so
I'm glad
she
it
runs, and you gotta. I'm gonna make you watch it right after this.
Okay.
She slips at the very end in a way that was probably in the script, not as hard as she slips.
She's doing it for the
She fucking takes that shit right to the tailbone.
dedicated actor.
Which explains why she's kneeling for the rest of the fucking movie, mostly.
Oh, yeah.
So right here I wrote, this retard takes a long walk off a short pier.
Sure does.
Because you walk to the end of a pier where you're cornered by your doppelganger fuck demon, and then you turn around and expect it not to be right there, and then she backs off of the pier like she forgot there was water there.
Yeah, and did you think she was going to get away in the water? No.
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 You know what I thought, though? That in keeping with the tradition of how people are being killed in this movie, that she would get drowned in the water because the ghost is in the water. But no, we can't have that. We have to have her go up onto the pier again away from the ghost so that she could grab a rope and slowly choke herself to death instead, which you can't physically do. You cannot. You ever try to choke yourself to death? All you do
No.
is take a fucking nap.
Oh, yeah.
But we need to do that because then Aiden has time to stop her.
Yeah, that's right.
Otherwise, he's too far away.
That's correct.
Also, Dylan's woke up from being earlier in the movie when Aiden's getting his ass tanned at school. I believe I wrote it down actually. What Dylan says before the final punch is, "Thy pain is thy cleansing."
Oh, right, he does.
Which is exactly what Aiden says back to him before cracking him in the head with the butt of a gun. Beautiful.
Love it.
Great revenge.
Oh, beautiful.
Huge fan of the callback.
This is great. So yeah. They do this fucking ceremony, and there's this whole reveal. Like, oh, it's just so. How long does it take? It takes. That's for sure.
It fucking
definitely,
does take.
There's
It
some
definitely
time here.
takes.
It's
Hey,
gonna take a moment.
Let me reach into my apothecary's satchel and pull out brown heroin. It's gonna take a while for this curse to lift, but we might as well have a great time.
Here, let me reach into my apothecary bag and pull out one handgun.
They call us the problem solver.
This is my swizzle stick, my mortar and pistol. So the big reveal is that to kick off the curse, there had to be a sacrifice. And, to end the curse, there's got to be a sacrifice.
My mortar and pistol.
It had to be. I had to say
Oh
it.
my god, dude.
We couldn't go a whole movie without saying it.
Fuck my life, that's funny.
So,
Holy shit.
so yeah, there's got to be a sacrifice. And guess what? Lindsay doesn't take much to convince her to be like, all right, kill yourself.
Yeah,
then.
yeah, better you than me. You fucking,
Well, if that's the way it's got to be,
you
then
piece
that's
of
the way
shit.
it's got to be.
Yeah, this is what you get for lying to me always.
And then she makes the mistake of turning around to not watch him kill himself.
That's right.
Yep. Kind of fucked herself there, didn't she? Because, boom, yeah, body on the dock. All right, now it's Wednesday. And we find out that he didn't kill himself. Dylan sniped him from the tree line with a... And
Dylan snipes him from the tree line because he was awake and had a gun, even though when he got knocked out with the pistol, he no longer had a gun.
we don't like to think about that, though.
After he does that, which we don't know yet, he comes down to the pier and goes, "It didn't have to be like this, Lindsay. Now, even though the problem's solved because I see the dead guy right there, I also have to kill you because you opened your hole to someone else."
Yeah, because you didn't go to church last Sunday, so that's pretty much the end of you, Lindsay.
So Lindsay grabs the pistol, right, and slowly aims it at Dylan. And at any point, Dylan could have been like, "Oh, don't do that." Bang.
Wait
but
a minute.
no, all of those 35 seconds, he goes, "Haha, yeah, you are a gun, cunt. What are you going to do about it?"
You brought a gun to a gunfight, huh?
Oh, that's what you're going to do about it? Shoot me dead in the chest and kill me? Should have foreseen that.
You fucking bitch.
All that God talking, he can't fucking give you a little premonition, just a little sneak peek at your demise?
This guy's all talk. He spends the whole movie being like, well, we have to burn the witch.
Yeah, and can't even. When the time's right, he
Oh
just
my
pushes
God.
right out, all the way to his death.
This is the prime time. All he had to do was pull a trigger, which, by the way, Lindsay, when you look at her, finger ain't on the goddamn trigger. Her
No
finger's not even
recoil.
in the guard.
No recoil, despite not having fired a gun ever in her life.
The gun literally goes off in her hand by accident.
Yep.
It happens, apparently.
Yeah.
You don't have to be cleaning it loaded for that to happen.
So then it's just day. Then it's the next day.
It's fucking Wednesday, Jay.
It's fucking Wednesday.
It's Wednesday, my dudes.
It's all good. Fucking 12 cops down at the pier deciding which one of these is a murder and which one's a suicide. But don't worry, Lindsay didn't have to travel far in order to be just 20 feet this way in the fucking tree line with the book trying to burn it.
Waited an entire evening today to do this.
To burn the book and end the curse before she dies.
To make another phone call. Be like, there's a dead body by the dock. Okay, bye.
But no.
This isn't Lindsay, by the way.
And thank God the ghost waited too so that we could see her cut to black, die.
Yeah, because they figure out there was no suicide. This was a murder.
Yeah, we had to
Dylan
wait until.
Shit, Dylan shot him. I'm Dexter. I can just tell by the blood spatter.
Yeah, a head wound from a bullet it just looks different. It just looks different depending on what kind of head you have.
A bullet simply does not, and that's just the way it is. I'm a cop.
Literally, this movie ends with Lindsay getting got, and then you just get an end credit sequence of people in the town who've committed fucking suicide.
I loved it.
Fantastic way
Just
to end
the
your film.
Dead kid laying by the swing.
Yeah, man.
So good.
The cop would just brain all over the fucking two-way glass.
This movie had a very low rating until it ended, which is unfortunate. That's
so
not the way
funny,
you want
dude.
it to be.
From Within gets 6.5 out of 10 from me.
Yep.
Same.
Yep.
Fuck yeah, it was almost a 7, and then the Roy thing happened, and I was like, go fuck yourself.
It was
man.
almost a 7, and then this podcast happened, and you broke me down. This movie had a 4 until I saw that cop with his brain spattered up on the glass.
Yeah, man,
I
ACAB.
was like, all right.
All cops are blow brains out.
I like when movies don't have happy endings. This is great.
Sinister.
Finally, a fucking unhappy ending.
Sick. I did not hate it. I did not hate it because it wasn't handholdy. The information that you get is enough it is predictable because you can make guesses based on what's happening. I made 4 guesses throughout the movie. I was right every single time. I was like, okay, pastor's talking to the school children there. That's going to be a mob later. Lindsay gets possessed. Okay, the entire rest of the movie is her trying to fight against it. Like, yeah, it's a movie. It does the steps that take it from the beginning to the middle and then to the end.
Yep.
And I wasn't bored, I guess.
I thought it was going to be a lot more religious, and I was kind of pissed off, but then it was not a religious film. And
I'll tell
like,
you right now,
right.
I didn't know it was going to be religious at all.
Good.
So I was very surprised when I got smacked in the face with a Bible right out of the gate.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, I guess.
Well, I'm happy this wasn't like religious people fighting the devil, because that would have made a
fuck that.
terrible
Yeah, like the
movie.
ghost comes out and it turns out it's a fucking demon or something, and
Yup.
it's like fighting with shitty smoke CGI.
Yup.
I could have seen it going down that road 100%. In the woods? Fuck yeah. It didn't. It was tasteful.
It was very tasteful. So I got 3 movies for you.
All right, man, I'm
It
ready.
was going to be 4, but I'm not putting mirrors in. I'm not.
Remember when I texted you and I was like, I can already guess. I have 3 guesses.
Yeah,
And I get the feeling that one of them.
Okay. All right. So.
I'm just going to say them now because it doesn't matter. Just
Okay.
don't tell me if I'm right.
All right.
It was either going to be Mirrors, It Follows, or Red State.
No.
And no.
Not a single one's on my list.
All right.
All right, good. Cool. So I'm glad you didn't guess any of them. So
Yeah.
now I can give you the proper.
Sure.
I'm not going to try and dick around here.
Yeah.
Mysterious, unexplainable deaths around town.
Okay. I'm intrigued. Wow.
Parents' revenge regarding a drowning.
Okay. Okay.
Parents' revenge regarding a cursed entity. Go ahead. Make your selection.
Fuck. I gotta go with the first one.
The
Mysterious deaths around town. Let's go. I
All
bet
right.
it's Pulse.
No,
Oh, it's not. Oh, shit. All right.
we're watching The Happening.
Oh, fuck! Yes! Okay. Woo! Barely a horror movie. All right.
Parents revenged drowned boy. Friday the 13th. Parents revenged cursed entity. The Nightmare on Elm Street remake, where it's very heavily implied that he's a molester.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Half the movie is burning a child molester.
I'm so fucking happy I didn't pick that. I'm so happy. I picked the best one.
You sure did. I tried to make him super vague because immediately I was like Friday the 13th, and then you were, or no, Nightmare on Elm Street. That was my first thought, and you were like, I bet I could guess.
Oh shit.
Of course, because they burned the fucking
Yeah.
the town weirdo.
The town weird. It's always the town weirdo.
Yeah.
Even in this movie,
The
that could have been the theme for it.
Town weirdo gets burnt.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the film.
And that's the podcast.
In Nightmare on Elm Street, the town weirdo is a pedophile.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.